Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing this evening? I hope as everybody's getting ready for the big Arctic blast coming this way. I see that somebody's battery's at 5%. Somebody didn't plug their phone in, or they were using it all day. But I figured we'd talk about doing the Arctic blast. It's coming. It's on its way. As you guys can see in the thumbnail, that it's going to get cold all the way down here. So I figured we'd just go over and make sure everybody's got everything. Everything's all prepared. Do they have enough food? Do they have enough water? Do they have enough parts? In case the pipes freeze. Because I know we're going to be going through that here at work. We're going to be going through a lot of pipe fittings and glue. 37 today? Yeah. We actually had a nice warm day. We got up to 63 today. However, all that's going to change on Friday. Oh, excuse me. Wow. Let me get this out of the way here. I don't need that on right now. So, let's see. So, let's see. Good evening there for CR and Blake. And let's see. And that's it. That's all that's in here now. Oh, well. Well, anyways, I hope you guys are going to be staying warm. You got enough blankets, enough food, enough batteries. Anyways, charge your phones in case the power goes out. I got a feeling our power is going to go out here. We don't have the best infrastructure here for power, unfortunately. I'm surprised we didn't lose. Well, we did have power surges on the last storm, but at least we didn't lose power this time. Okay, Blake is at 37%. Let's see. 35 Fahrenheit this weekend for CR. Hi, Matthew Jess. How you doing? You are ready. You're all batting down the hatches, getting all ready. Making sure you guys got extra blankets. They're clean, ready to go. You're ready to cover up windows. Getting ready for getting your smallest room ready so you can stay warm. And we're going to talk about some of the do's and don'ts here when we get more people into the chat, especially with generators. Make sure we try and at least keep everybody safe, give them at least some kind of knowledge if they don't know anything about it. Alrighty. Just wait for a few more people to show up. Everybody grab your drink of choice for tonight. We're going to be about 2 hours tonight. Next Wednesday, I will be going, I'm going to try and do an overnight next week with Cliff. So we're going to do a shared stream. He's going to share off my stream so he doesn't have to use up his hours. So, yeah, we're going to be doing an all-nighter if we can. So, yep. And spicy beverages are optional. If you'd like to join us, you may so. Just no rough housing. I don't want to have to clean up any mess. Yes, my drink of choice tonight is 7-Up. Excuse me. I was wondering where Cliff is. Usually he's hanging around there somewhere. Let's see. I know Matthew's way up north, so we got the Arctic blast coming down. Coffee here. All right. Yeah, I've already had a whole pot today, so yeah, we got the Arctic blast. It has already started over there on the west coast. It is. I've been getting reports of avalanches, and unfortunately, some people have perished in some of those avalanches. So we wish everybody the best over there on the west coast. Please stay safe. Hi, Deb. How you doing? Yeah, she's all settled and bundled up. All right. And a warm greetings. Hello. Yeah, so like I said, I've already been getting reports of all that going on there along the Sierra Nevadas. The Sierra Nevadas are not the best choice to try to cross during this time of year, especially when the storms are coming through. I've been there. I have done that. There's been one time I barely got across in time before they actually shut everything down. So, and let's see. They said that cold front is supposed to be coming down through the rock, over the Sierras, going through the Utah, northern Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and when it gets over those Rocky Mountains, it is going to plummet straight down to the Gulf because I guess it wants to go to the beach. Yes, take winter very seriously. See, at a very young age, I learned to do that. Thank goodness I had the survival skills for that. We didn't have cameras or YouTube or anything like that when I was young. So I remember being 17 years old and digging a trench in the sand, putting the rocks from the fire pit into the sand, burying it, and putting our tent on top. That actually kept us warm all night long. Yeah, so I've been up in the Sierras in late September, and yes, it is very, very cold up there. Let's see. Anybody else have any experiences where they've actually had to hunker down in the cold out in the wild? Please chime in. Just leave a comment. I can also read a comment here, but after the live is over, you can leave a comment and tell your story. And with that, let's see how many people got in here now. 5. It says 5. So yeah, I'm waiting for a call-in and or Foxy Outdoors to join us tonight. Oh yeah, I'm already ready. I got fuel for the generator. I got the skirting done on the house to keep us warm for this winter. Let's see, I got the main line repaired so we have water. Like I said, a lot of stuff I did last year. Yeah, CR, yeah. That's a little bit too cold, especially if the wind is blowing, I won't go out. If the nice and still, yeah, I'll go out there and fish on the lake. It's just that wind just cuts right through everything. Yep, and there's a sister-in-law trying to call to see, are you going live tonight? Yeah, the wife is actually taking a nap because she has a migraine. Oh, yeah, especially with the big old giant fire, yeah. Yep, so yeah, she hasn't figured it out. I'm already live. She can go click, oh yeah, he is live. So yeah, don't underestimate the cold. If you don't have to go out, do not go out. Stay inside your home. No, this is true, Matthew. Jess, yes. Yeah, well, I'm talking, below freezing temperatures. I know several people have done it on YouTube. It is a big risk. If they go out and do it in a backyard, at least you have some place to go to if it gets too bad. Yeah, yes. Very good, Deb. That cold air is blowing on me. Hey, Rob, how you doing? Did the snow stick up there, Rob? I know you guys got quite a bit of snow up there. Yeah, it's just one of those things where we went camping when I was a teenager. We were trying to get that last weekend of the trout season in Northern California and the Sierra Nevadas, especially on the eastern side, where it is just downright cold. And we actually had a pot of stew. I went back for seconds, and it was already frozen. Solid. That's how cold it was. Oh, yeah. Anything to get out of that wind. That wind is what will get you the hypothermia the fastest. Yeah, I've noticed that. I was actually looking over the records for the average temperatures, and I went back to the 1950s. The 1950s, they actually had people here in blizzards in January. So I was looking at the old headlines. Yeah, 19 degrees. Yeah, we're supposed to get down below 15 degrees. They bumped it up to 17 over the past 3 hours. And just before I went live, I checked it again. So I now have Monday and Tuesday at 17 degrees for both mornings. We will not get above 34 degrees for 2 days. And let's see, being next to the largest lake here, or one of the largest lakes here in Texas, the way the wind's going to be blowing, we might end up getting some lake effect snow from it. And you have to elaborate on that one there, Deb, a little bit better. Oh no, it's going to pick up. Watch, it'll pick up. No, I don't think we're going to dodge cold this year. Yeah, shut down the city. Okay. Yeah, 10 for 7 days. Yeah. Right, Rob. Like I said, yeah, you guys are going to be a lot colder than us. Like I said, where we live, we are not used to those kind of temperatures. Here, back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, these houses here do not have insulation. Oh yeah, that finger's the wrong button. Gotcha. Yeah, see, -7. Yeah, so yeah, we're only going to be what 10 degrees warmer than you, and I'm how far south? I'm like over 600 miles south of you guys up there in Iowa, and it's only be a 20 degree temperature change from there to there. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy cold here. I have talked with a couple of the old timers in the past, saying that one time back in the 50s, that Sam Rayburn Lake did freeze over. So yes, it has gotten that cold here before, and it will again. And I was actually looking at some of the old numbers. I went through the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s. And I was noticing a little pattern. Everything was on a 7 to 9 year cycle between the being warm and cold with all the averages. Yeah, -34. No, thank you. Yeah, I heard people here talking that I don't know if it's going to get that cold, but they're talking down to single digits here in Texas. And I'm not sure where they're talking about Texas. I don't know if they were talking about here. I would definitely believe it up in Dallas Fort Worth area along the Oklahoma border. I would understand that. But down here, yeah, I've been here when it has gotten that cold. Like I said, I was here 3 years ago when we had that big, deep freeze. And I woke up that morning, walked into the shop. Now, mind you, I had the heater going and I had 2 heat lamps going. Okay, my shop is not all that big, but it's just big enough. And it was 18 degrees inside my shop. And that was the only thing trying to keep us warm here. Like I said, it didn't work. I didn't have the skirting on the house at that time, and with that wind blowing, it just froze everything. So I actually had to replumb that house. But yeah, I got my first experience dealing with the PEX piping. I actually like the PEX piping. It is so easy to deal with. Even though it was cold and it was all rolled up into a bundle this tight, what I did was I stretched it out, got the hair dryer out, got it as straight as I could, so I can pull it up underneath the house without getting wrapped up around anything. But yeah, once I removed all the plumbing, got everything staged. That took 2.5 days to do that. And then I started a timer, pulling the PEX pipe and all of my tools with me underneath the house. I was done in 4.5 hours. I didn't have to do any glue because I would have had to lay on my back, put the pipe up against the bottom of the house, screw it up in there, glue it and shove it in there, and then go back and tighten up all of the hangers. And I didn't want to do that, so I went with the PEX. Oh yeah, the polybutylene. Yeah, that was like 20 years ago. Yeah, I understood it, Lori. From a drive, I had a neighbor across the street that had neighbor news. Oh yeah, 8-pound baby boy. That's a big baby boy. I know, because I was in that range too. Yeah, like I said, being out there in the cold, getting ready for the cold, getting ready is the key. I said I switched to instead of having spigots out there sticking up out of the ground in PVC or galvanized pipe, what I did is I purchased hydrants, and I installed the hydrants out in the yard. That has a rod. It looks like you go camping and you pull up that little blue or red handle, and it opens up a valve underground and allows the water to come out. Now I don't have to run out there. I don't have to worry about it no more. It's all underground. There's actually a little weep hole that allows for that water to drain out of the pipe, and there's nothing there to freeze. Like I said, I actually posted on Facebook today, earlier before the live, of it snowing here 3 years ago today. So, like I said, it's supposed to be cold enough. We're supposed to get 24% chance of precipitation when it is that cold. So, like I said, I'm expecting to have some lake effect snow coming off of Sam Rayburn, because we had that 3 years ago as well. That's why we got a little bit more here than a lot of the people did in the surrounding area, because it was just almost blue skies, but yet it was still snowing. And then it dawned on me, oh, wait a minute, the wind's coming from that direction and it is blowing over the lake. So that was my first experience dealing with lake effect snow. Who would have thought it was going to be down this far south? Oh, Deb, yeah, sorry to hear about that. I hope they all do well, whatever you have left. Amanda, hey, the link is up at the top. Let me take care of that real quick, so you don't have to scroll all the way up to the top. Okay, there we go. So yeah, Amanda's going to brag about her nice warm weather. Said, how hot is it down there, Mandy? She's going to say it's hot, hot, hot. Okay, Amanda. This is the first time Amanda's beaten everybody else up here on the panel. Like I said, yeah, make sure that your fuel tanks are full in your vehicles. we'll get to generators here. Make sure you have enough fuel for them, the proper fuel. Make sure that it's all ready to go. Make sure it's all hooked up correctly, because we don't need to have linemen get shocked and die down the way, because a generator will do that. So make sure you have all your safety issues engaged when dealing with those generators, please. And everybody says 20 feet away from the house for generator. I like to see it 25. Just a little bit of extra 5 feet is a better. That's what I'm thinking. Over 100 again today. Ooh. Don't get crispy crittered again. We don't need you looking like a lobster. Yeah, it is soup and stew weather. Exactly. Yeah, make sure that you do have a generator that can produce enough wattage so that you can produce enough electricity so you can at least run some kind of heaters. And if you can, get into one room. If you can, the smallest room in the house, have a heater going in there, put blankets up on the over the windows. You can actually put it underneath the door so the air won't get through that way, and close off the vent up in the ceiling. Hi, Cecilia. How you doing? Yeah, Molly's resting right now. She's got a migraine tonight. Exactly, a microclimate. Yeah, you're when I got this house, they actually pulled all the available drywall out of the house. What I did was I insulated the rooms, both interior and along the exterior walls. Because, like I said, I put a lot of redundancy in this house. I really did. Sat there and I thought about it. I drew everything out. What happens with this scenario? What happened with this scenario? I do have a room in the center of the house where I will be putting up a 1-inch thick marine plywood. Both the walls and the ceiling as well. And then I'm going to get I'm going to round off some 4x4s, and I'm going to put that up along the edge of the ceiling to make sure that stays up in there as a tornado shelter. So we want to make sure that at least my family will be safe if I'm not home. They got a place to go. Close the doors, and those are going to be solid wood doors, and they're going to open out of the hallway instead of going from the living room into the landing or the core of the house. The doors will have to open into the living room, not into that hallway area. So it just makes it that much stronger. You can't just blow it in. Yeah, I know. I'm petting the dog, but underneath me. She's been pawing at me for a little bit. She's probably telling me, I'm hungry. Can you feed me? Can you feed me? Are you hungry? Huh? You hungry? You gotta wait for the other dog. Yeah, so with that, yeah, Alex says, hello, Kathy, how you doing? Yeah, so like I said, if you're gonna be running a generator to run power because you've lost power, make sure it is at least minimum 20 feet away. I prefer 25. Like I said, make sure you have a good enough cable. Inspect that cable. Hey, the Rebels Barn is in. How you guys doing? So yeah, make sure that the that cable is good. No afraid. No cracks on the ends of them. Make sure everything is all running just before the big storm hits. You should be running it and just checking it out anyways. I ran my generator 2 weeks ago. It is due for another running here shortly. Make sure you have all your interlock systems are installed correctly. so that you can actually backfeed into your home. There's a whole bunch of videos out there on YouTube that you can actually go and look. And you go on to Amazon, you can buy the interlocks, which will actually allow you to only turn on the generator breaker by turning off the main breaker, so you don't accidentally kill a lineman down the ways. Like I said, I would feel horrible if that happened to anybody, and it has happened. And make sure you know your budget on your wattage. So always remember, and your amperage. Oh, that's the oldest kid. Okay, my generator has a plug jet. I can't get it started. More than likely, you can actually go to a website, and I cannot remember the name of it, but you can order a new carburetor, or you can get a carburetor kit. They're not hard to clean. I can pull mine apart and put it all back together in 25 minutes. Because the generator is that, or to me, the carburetor is that easy to get to. Just make sure you got your safety glasses, your nitrile gloves, a can of carburetor cleaner, and you can actually do it pretty quick. Just don't destroy the gaskets before you take it apart. Order a kit for it that has the correct make and model of that generator, so that you can actually get the gaskets for it, just in case you tear it when you pull off that carburetor. And videotape you taking that carburetor off and taking it apart, because you can run it backwards and find out how to put it back together if you are not mechanically savvy. And I know it sounds like it's not that hard. At first, it is intimidating, but yeah, it's not that hard. And like I said, if you're going to store your fuel, make sure you put Sta-Bil in it. Just a couple dollars worth of Sta-Bil, you can save yourself a lot of money. Yes, I got the one from Harbor Freight. I have the Predator 9000, and I do have almost 600 hours on it. Because during that ice storm we had 3 years ago, that generator ran for 7 days straight. Hi, Des. How you doing? So, yeah, like I said, and also, once you get it running, run it. Make sure that there's always clean fuel. Do not leave your fuel in there long if you don't have to. And just before you shut it down, turn the fuel off. Let that carburetor run out of gas. Make sure there's nothing plugged into the generator when you're doing that, because we don't want to hurt the generating part of that generator. Alrighty, and when you start your generator, make sure that you run it for 5 minutes before you plug it in. Hi, Mandy.
But I don't want to run it for 5.
Yeah, we're talking about generators right now.
I don't have that issue because, it's freaking
Well, yeah,
hot.
well, there's a lot of parts here in the U.S., believe it or not, that the infrastructure is substandard.
That would not surprise me.
And it's true. Like I said, unfortunately, I am in one of those areas. It's not like I'm in the Phoenix area where it is top notch. I've never seen two companies that were actually that good. Yeah, we hold on a minute.
So how's everyone in chat? Oh, the temp's gone down. It's going to get to 97 today. 94 tomorrow.
Yeah, I got
Saturday, 101 Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going back down.
That's no, believe it or not, in the summertime you'll need a generator too if you lose power. You need to run an AC unit. Run some fans. Yeah.
No, it's called sitting outside with a sprinkler on.
What would probably help
oh,
is,
oh.
hey, don't forget your sign.
Yes, I know. I just read Cecilia's comment.
Yeah. Well, anyways, what part was I? Yes. Yeah. When you're done with the generator, make sure you turn the fuel off.
Keeps falling
Let
down.
Is it going down? Ah,
No, it keeps falling down.
oh, it's falling down. Yeah. So yeah, when you're done with the generator, make sure you unplug it, turn the fuel off, and let it run out of fuel. Make sure you get all the fuel out of that carburetor as best as you can. When you're starting a generator, make sure you run it for 5 minutes before you plug anything in. Let it warm up. Yeah, and like I said, it's just got to be safety. Make sure you have the proper cables. Make sure you have the proper outlets to plug it in. Do not use suicide cables. Please don't use those because you don't know. You'll be holding that end. You can stumble in the rain, fall in a puddle of water, and that end is live. So make sure everything's all plugged in at the very last moment. And if you can get a cover for your generator, all the better. They do make special plugs that you can plug in next to your breaker box. They do have transfer switches that you can install, so you can designate 6 breakers to generate power for your home. Budgeting your wattage. That is next. Make sure that you know, turn everything off. Turn off your central air. Turn off the outside condenser. If you don't have enough, turn off your water heater, especially if it is a inline water heater or tankless as they call it. Anything that's going to demand a large amount of power. See, with 900 watts or 9,000 watts, I can power quite a bit. You said I do have 45 amps, 50 amps that I can work with my generator. It's 30 amps per side. Like I said, who's the one that's got the? Was it Lori that got the? Yeah, it was Lori. What size generator is that? Because there's a side A and side B on the larger generators. You got your 220 side, which will have its own breaker for 30 amps. Then you have the standard outlets for 20 amps, which is on its own breaker as well. Just do not hook them both up at the same time to the house, because you won't get that power. It'll actually cancel each other out. The 7,500, I'm not sure. Yeah, you're probably got a 30 amp 220 and probably a 15 amp. Hey, Fox it outdoors, Mr. Cliff.
Cliffy.
No, so far I'm actually doing really good today.
Cliffy.
So yeah, you can come on up, Cliff. So yeah, so like I said, you're gonna have to budget that. You can designate your regular receptacles to a refrigerator or to a freezer, and you can have that 30 amps, 220 going into the house, so you can at least feed your lights and other items.
Hi, Clay.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong side.
Wrong side.
Hi, Jason. I'm Amanda.
Stop it! How you doing, Cliffy?
I'm doing tired, but I'm doing.
I know that feeling.
So, Cliff, are you ready for the oncoming onslaught of the Arctic air?
What Arctic? Hey, we ain't getting squat down here.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to get some of it.
I can go get. It was like 50 degrees today.
Yeah, I know. I was like 63 today, and I won't see 63 for probably a couple of weeks.
Let's see. Nah, I don't really have an Arctic onslaught. It's gonna be slightly cold for the next day or so, and then, then I got like 2 more days before it gets cold again.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, they're giving me 73 degrees tomorrow. Ooh. I get
Yeah,
to
I'm
wear shorts
42,
tomorrow.
but it's 42 for me as the high tomorrow. But I've got the double fart clouds, so
Yeah. Yeah, our temperature is supposed to be 50 degrees tomorrow morning. It was 27 this morning at the airport, so I'm usually about 3 to 4 degrees cooler than the airport.
it was 24 when I woke up this morning.
Yeah,
Cold as shit. But
yeah, it was cold this morning too. The frost didn't lift until about 9:30. That's how cold it got here. So Friday for me is supposed to be 28 degrees. And then it's gonna go back up Saturday to 38. So it's gonna be like 59 for the high. Sunday 61, 35. And then come overnight onto Monday. It's supposed to be 38 for the high, 17 for the low.
yeah, man.
30.
Monday for me, I got 42 is the high, 15 for the low.
Yeah. Well, you're also at a higher elevation than I am. I'm supposed to be nice and protected from the Gulf of Mexico, which is not going to be happening right now. Yeah, they keep turning it back up again, so that's good. I prefer to have it a little bit warmer. They had this morning and earlier this afternoon, they actually had Monday and Tuesday at 15 degrees, but they've bumped it up to 17.
Yeah, it's funny. You check the temperature now, and then you check it tomorrow, and it'll change by like 5 degrees.
Yeah. Now, I'm also supposed to get those north winds at 11 miles an hour. So overnight, it is going to get cold just because the wind is blowing. If the wind wasn't blowing, I wouldn't be as worried. But like I said, I had to get that main line fixed today. Today is my last day I was able to get to it. So I had to repair that today.
Break a water line?
Yep. 3/4 inch water line, yeah. For some odd reason, I think I know what kind of happened. Is the soil wasn't settled enough, and it got ran over by the mower.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I was hoping I could just turn it off. It was the my hydrant, so I turned off the valve, and yeah, I looked at the meter. I go, yeah, it's still spinning. I'm going, darn it. Yeah, it's that T. And sure enough, I dug it up. It's that T. I mean, like I said, that was the experience, of all these years working with sprinkler systems, irrigation systems. Yeah, I kind of knew when I first went out there to work on it, I'm going, yeah, I don't think it's going to be the hydrant. I think it's going to be that T. So this summer, I am going to have to rent a trencher and replumb the whole yard. So I need to get some 3/4 inch PEX tubing and get everything all. What are you doing, Mandy?
Protecting your
from
head.
Cliffy.
Oh.
Damn foot! Stop.
Ah, come on.
Are you gonna put one of the?
3 Stooge slap them.
Are you gonna put a support platform under that T this time so it doesn't sink as far or as easy?
Yeah, I'll probably put. Well, like I said, I got to retrench everything, so it wouldn't matter. But yeah, it needs to be done this upcoming spring. Just so I have spigots at the greenhouse, spigots on the other ends of the property. So I know I'm not going to have enough for 300 feet. It's not going to be enough. But at least I can get it to certain locations where I can put a termination point on it and at least put it in a box underground.
Over east is Cecilia, but I don't think. No, we've got bushfires and heat waves up north.
Yeah, it sounds like me this last summer. Yeah, I went from barren dry to now we're getting wet and cold.
I know over east is having a lot of issues with floods. They even got snow in December, which is, don't happen. But
Well, yes, Grace, they're all the way up in Canada. My family was like that too. You should have seen dying of the wave they had in 85 when we were up there. There was a whole 75 degrees up there at Chittick Lake. and they were melting.
There is cyclones forming up north, though.
Yeah, I've noticed you guys have been having a lot of thunderstorms on the northern side of Australia last past couple of days.
Northern Territory up north.
Yeah.
Across.
Way away from you.
I suppose
Yeah.
I should say hi to
But
everybody.
Yeah.
It is going to affect us eventually because when it starts to push down and the low or the high that's in the bite, it kind of mixes and then we get storms
Now-
and everything else.
Now, do you get a monsoonal flow down where you're at?
A what now?
A monsoon flow? Changes of the wind. A wet season.
Every now and then we do, but that's mainly up north and over east. Once you
Okay.
hit a certain line, say like a cyclone forms up north towards Port Hedland way and it tracks the coast down Western Australia. Once it hits a certain point, it's no longer a cyclone or classed as a tropical low. It's just a low, even though it has the intensity of a cyclone.
Well, a monsoon flow is a change in the seasonal winds, which will actually pull moisture from a certain area. It's not like a hurricane or a cyclone. It's just a seasonal change in the upper level winds that allow moisture to move from one place to another. Like when you have, like in Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, they get a monsoonal flow that comes up through the Gulf of California.
I don't think we would call it a monsoonal flow, but we do get something similar every now and then.
Yeah. I just didn't know how extreme it was, like where you are at, because I'm not familiar with that area of the world, weather-wise.
Yeah, I just look at the
Which-
maps and go, right, there's a high in
Yep.
the bite, there's a low pushing down, we're going to get some hot weather, and then once the high and the bite gets pushed out and the low starts to push that in, that's when we get our dry storms and, bushfires.
Yeah. Now, I have noticed that when we left Arizona, 2 years later, the rain started happening. So the lakes were getting more and more and more full. And in this last winter, everybody got so much more water there on the West Coast that there was a certain state that couldn't handle it.
There's always a certain state that can never handle it.
Yeah, it's called California.
Yeah, last year just happened to be freaking Nevada, so
No, it was California.
Arizona. Vegas had an issue too.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, they got serious amount of rain and
And it flooded and everything else.
it flooded half the damn city.
Well, like I said, I was talking with another YouTuber a few months ago in the summertime, and I asked him, can you go and film Owens Lake? I have never seen Owens Lake with water in it. And he did. He went and got video of Owens Lake. 'Cause I told him years ago it was a dust bowl. There was no water in it. And it wasn't until late 90s, going into the 2000s, when the state said, Los Angeles, you can no longer have that much water coming from the Owens Valley. So they started putting water into the Owens Lake. Now, I would never have thought I would ever see it full of water.
Holy crap! It's 1,020 degrees over there.
No, that's millibars. So that's
We got a high in the bite and we've got a low pushing up or pushing
Well, there's
down.
hardly any change there.
Hey?
There's hardly any change there.
Nope.
It's only what, 17 millibars. Yeah. Yeah, between 1018, 1019 to 1001, 1005.
Yeah.
Yeah, this last storm that went through a couple of weeks ago, it dropped down into the 950s.
That's cyclone for us.
No, that was a winter storm that went through.
Yeah, but that's those numbers are what we up north would class as a cyclone.
Yeah, when they get down that low, yeah. Or was it 90? Might have been 98. But all those although the weather that went through Tennessee and Kentucky that caused all those tornadoes.
Mm.
Yeah, the millibars were, I think, 980, 970. It could have been down to 950s, but I mean, it got low.
No,
Yes,
we're sitting pretty high up.
Yeah. I do know both metric and standard and engineer, so.
But with that high, when the low starts pushing that high out and you've got the low that's coming down, that's when we start seeing a bit of dodgy weather. And if there is a cyclone up north and that starts to push down and the high comes into the bite, that's when we get our major storms in summer, which and result in half of Western Australia catching on fire.
Yeah, but the weird thing is in Arizona and New Mexico, the full attest to this, you can have a high pressure that all of a sudden thunderstorms build. It's just the way it is. You get the summer heating, that moisture pops through that cap, and you got thunderstorms, and it's on like Donkey Kong.
Sometimes we haven't had them a lot recently, but yeah, it can happen down here. It'll be 75, 80 degrees outside, and all of a sudden, thunderclouds and raining. Like, what the heck?
We normally know something's on the way, like just by going outside, not looking it up, is when it starts to get. Because at the moment, the nights are really, really nice. You get a nice little cool breeze through, but
are they dry or muggy?
At the moment, they're dry, but when it starts to get muggy, and then the next day rolls along, and we start seeing clouds, we know by the afternoon and through the next night, we're going to have a really high chance of thunderstorms.
It's going to be wet.
Not so much wet. We don't get much rain in summer. That's what's so worrying is when the storms come in, it's all dry strikes. And because everything is so dry, it just goes up like that and takes off.
Yeah, and another thing with the Southwest, you'll notice a lot of people there will have tile floors. Okay, it'll be a glazed tile floor where it's a ceramic floor. There is a reason for that, because when you lose power, that is your only source of keeping cool is laying on the tile.
Booster's dug a hole because I've got the old car that I used to live in still out there. He's basically dug himself a hole that he can slide under the car and keep cool.
Yeah, because it's a couple of degrees cooler down in the soil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tile floor down here, and then I've got 16 by 16 tile floor out in the rest of the house.
Oh, yeah, like I said, in a power outage, after a few hours, that tile is still cold. And it will be cold.
Jason, make me big.
Not in the middle of summer, it ain't.
Make me
big.
big.
Hard and shit.
Eat this, then. Eat this.
Maha. Look at the numbers on that.
Australia's upside down again.
Well, yeah, I saw something dip down in the upper 900s there. Yeah. It's just, it's changing so quickly. 990? Yeah, there you go. That's going to be a good thunderstorms.
996, 998. We're still above 1,000 towards us, but the low's pushing it down. Yeah. And there's another low pushing through the bite, which is being pushed by the high.
Yeah, and folks, that's going to be like a 28 and a half, almost 29 in barometric pressure.
So that's it's that one.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. I really don't know what that is.
Timestamp.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's almost your cyclone season, isn't it?
It is cyclone season for up north and over east. But they reckon our cyclone or their cyclone season isn't going to be that good because of the El Nino swap and everything else. It's going to be drier and tropical, and it's not going to be so tropical and all of that stuff.
That's why I'm worried about summer. because we haven't gotten a lot of moisture this season for winter, which tells me it's going to be one ridiculously hot summer.
Yeah. I already had that last summer.
Yeah, we had had a couple of summers before that too, where it was like, I think we hit a high one time of like 118. I was dying outside. You walk outside and you're like, nope, I'm going back inside.
When nope.
Didn't know I could do that.
I was out working in that too.
When you walk 10 feet and your underwear is wet, you go back inside.
That's relative humidity of Australia.
Humidity.
Right now.
So I take it the orange is the dry.
The humidity.
Yeah, but is the orange the dry and the blue is the moist, right? Okay,
blue
yeah.
is wet.
I
Orange
was
is
making
dry.
sure.
Humidity.
I was making sure, if
I
that
didn't
wasn't.
know I can do
What up,
primary
Wyatt?
swell, winds,
What's up,
wave
Wyatt?
periods, dew points, temperatures, geo something or other, height, wind speeds, MSLP and thickness, surface winds.
Yeah, that's how you get fog. Is when the temperature is low enough, and the dew point is high enough, where they're about ready to match, you have a high possibility of fog.
What's that?
It's temperature, humidity, and dew point.
I have no clue what half the stuff I'm looking at on here is.
Oh, I learned all this when I was, 18, 19 years old. I got to fly in a private plane that was retrofitted with weather instruments back in 1990, yeah.
Oh, I didn't want tsunami. Oh, have we got a tsunami?
What about salami?
No. So I clicked on tsunami warnings.
That was last week, wasn't it?
Not for us.
Who warned somebody about a salami, man? Just if there's a salami coming,
Rainfall, wind,
just say heads up so I
wind.
can grab it and some crackers.
Salami, bologna.
Yeah, half of the stuff on here, I have no clue, but I do know when there's a high on the bite and a low pushing down and the low pushing the high and another high. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, opposites attract.
Yes. But that's about it, really.
Shalalama.
Yeah, no. When I was right after I got out of high school, I was a magnet for learning. That's when I pretty much almost learned everything. I just blew off school.
I was working.
Lama.
Ooh, what's this?
Yeah. So like I said, it doesn't matter. Any time of year, you need to have a generator. Any time of year.
Location.
Because when we had lower come through, we were without power for 4 days. I was running off the generator.
We don't want
And it was hard keeping that generator cool. I mean, I actually had to put a fan on the generator to help keep it cool because of the heat of the summertime.
Southwest coast. Denmark, Warren River, Bustleton, Collie Preston, Kent, Albany, Esmond Coast. Denmark. I go Collie Preston.
Oh, I can do this now. I'm done with my stogie.
You done with your what now?
My stogie,
Never
little
heard of
cigars.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought about having a spicy drink tonight and just don't want one tonight for some reason.
Have you never watched? Sorry.
Watched what?
Blake, not Blake, Broadhead. Blake Broadhead when hunting Predator. Remember, I get to the chopper and I was about to say, have you never seen the Predator movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it?
Oh yeah, when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Well,
get to the chopper.
I should say as a young adult, not a kid.
Oop! I farted on a pickle.
Bad pickle.
I almost stepped on my nuts.
You are nuts. We're all nuts.
Pistachio skin
I'm out.
of nuts.
Yep, I'm out of my nuts.
Yep.
These things are so
Oh.
awesome.
Yeah, the
They're
good
like-
the Program Mix
Yeah.
nuts. Yeah.
You know what? Believe it or not, from Walmart. No, it's good.
Just to make. I was at the store yesterday and I saw a thing of mixed peanuts that said 40% less peanuts. Then why the hell do you want, like, why are you going to call it mixed peanuts if there's 40% less peanuts? Like, I want the peanuts in there. Like, don't give me this 40% less. I want the peanuts.
Yeah. Speaking of food, make sure that you do have enough food out there for this cold snap coming through. Salted cashews. Oh yeah, that's full of
Really?
cashews, almonds, pecans or pecans, however you want to say it. Don't care. There's peanuts in there,
apple flavor.
pistachios. Yeah. No,
They're
I was
the
at
best. They're the best.
Yeah, like I said, if you can, non-perishable foods.
Jason, you do realize, like,
Stock up on non-perishable
box
foods.
of dehydrated meals. Well, I'm pretty set on food.
Oh yeah, so we are here too. We have what 2 weeks worth of non-perishable foods.
I've got like 4 months.
Well, that you're by yourself. I got 4 people here.
Well, my parents too.
Yeah.
I still have 4 months. Because I mean, if push comes to shove, I can eat once a day, and I'll live. But yeah, I've got a 4-person 30 days food supply down here. I have that food supply down there. I probably have 2 weeks worth of 2 or 3 weeks worth of dehydrated food under my bed. I just got like another 2 weeks worth of dehydrated meals in here. I still have all of the stuff that I took with me for the camping trip. I still have like 5 or 6 meals in there.
How many carrots you got left?
Hundreds.
There you go.
I mean, I have a box of pasta down here. I have pasta over there. I've got 4. Let's see, 4 is 3. 3 of the small yellow and black totes full of food.
Oh yeah, we got what 7 food grade buckets full of food.
Yeah, I just have the these guys. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I have a 3 foot by 10 foot by 8 foot pantry, and it's almost full of food.
Yeah, those little tote buckets down there. I have.
And it's all dried goods.
Yep, that's all I've got in there. I've got
Yeah.
dry goods, seasonings, and some Velveeta cheese packets. And then in the ones I have under my bed, under my desk under here, I have one of them's full of rice and pasta, and the other one's just got all kinds of various other bags of pasta in it.
Yeah, but the thing you got to have the most:
Water.
flour, sugar, salt are the 3 you need to have.
Got salt in there. I've got a seasoning doohickey. I've got somewhere over here. I got a Ziploc bag full of sugar packets. Plus, I got a whole bunch out in my truck.
No, I mean I have what over 50 pounds of sugar and vacuum sealed. 50 pounds of salt
just
and
have
vacuum
it
sealed.
because my mom bakes all the time, so we have just sugar everywhere, sugar and flour.
You gotta remember, I'm in a high moisture area. I also have to worry about
Mold.
not just the mold. I got to worry about the weevils.
No, yeah. They like to eat the flour. Won't touch the sugar, but they'll eat the heck out of the flour.
No, they'll hit the flour. They'll hit rice. They'll hit grains.
Yeah, but for some reason they won't touch the sugar, which is stupid because the amount of actual sugar in flour and grain is ridiculous.
Oh yeah. There's far more carbohydrates in there.
But you can leave an open pack of sugar on the counter and they won't even, like, for a month, they won't even touch it. The only thing that'll touch it is the ants.
Yeah, I was about to say they leave it for the ants. But yeah, like I said, all of our stuff is all sealed. It's all vacuum sealed, all ready to go. The reason why I grabbed the salt, in case the S hits the fan, I have something to trade.
That's why I do that. That's why I got sugar packets, because if you're trading for a cup of coffee, 4 or 5 to 6 sugar packets goes a
Yeah.
long way.
And see, we keep at least 3 to 4 cans of coffee.
I don't have coffee here.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, like you said, you stock up on the pastas. We have lots of pastas, and cans of sauce or jars of sauce. Yeah, you'll be sick and tired of it. Yeah, but yeah, you'll have it.
Actually, I can eat pasta like almost daily and not have an issue. I got bored because I have the Velveeta cheese sauce packets that I get like a Dollar General. They're like $2.50 or $3 for like a 3 or 4 pack. And the other day I have some 3 cheese tortellini, which are ready cooked, but they're just frozen. You just take like 3-4 minutes to heat them up. And I mixed that with a pack of the Velveeta cheese, which sounds absolutely gross, but it was actually pretty interesting tasting. It was still edible, had an odd taste to it because you're adding Velveeta cheese to like 4 cheese or 5 cheese filled raviolis.
Yeah.
So tortellinis, not raviolis, tortellinis.
Yes. All that dehydrated food does need a lot of water, and yes, we are stocked up on water. Yeah.
44-gallon barrel full of water.
Yeah, Deb, I do not oven dry the flour. We just turn the AC down. We do have a dehumidifier, which helps with the house. So our humidity, right now, you can walk through the house and there is static electricity in the house. Huh? But it's not bad. I mean, we're just getting there. So we know the humidity in the house is down below 30%. And we'll usually vacuum seal then when everything's really super dry.
I was going to say, during the summertime, you could probably go outside and vacuum seal that stuff inside the greenhouse.
No, there's too much humidity. You walk outside.
When you get the plants out in the summertime, there's going to be virtually no humidity in that thing. Because once that thing sits in wherever you're going to finalize it.
Once it's on the concrete, yeah. I'll probably
there's going to be no humidity because it'll suck it all out of the grass, even with that.
No, that greenhouse holds moisture. You walk in there, it is raining on you.
Well, mine doesn't. That's because of the fabric you have. You've got that. Well, mine will do that too, but that's only if like I have plants in there and it gets to like 80 degrees and I just watered everything. You go back in there 20, 30 minutes later and you can see the moisture just on the walls.
Yeah, like I said, I've had no issues with. I get those super thick vacuum bags, and that vacuum sealer I have, it turns everything into a brick. I mean, literally turns it into a brick. The sugar, the salt, I mean, it is as hard as a rock. I would not want to be hit by one of those in the side of a face. Yeah,
don't do a brown sugar that way.
No, it'll stay like that. Well,
you'll never get that apart.
Yeah, you're going to have to cut it very carefully, and then whatever it is you're going to be mixing into, make sure it's nice and warm.
No, I was going to say if you're a vacuum sealer turns whatever you vacuum seal into a brick. If you vacuum seal brown sugar, it'll be a brick for the rest of eternity.
Oh yeah, all because of that molasses. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be the only way you're going to get that apart is you're going to be using a cheese grater or a zester.
Get the angle grinder out.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Jason, we are an hour into it.
Yeah. Well, you get a spicy drink?
I've already got mine set up over here. I was just seeing if you were doing yours tonight.
No. I honestly I didn't want one. I'm actually drinking 7-Up.
Yeah, I was planning on limiting mine because when we do our long one, I gotta make sure I have enough for that one. But I'm gonna have to be sitting here eating sandwiches the whole night.
Oh no, I'm gonna pace myself. So I will probably be having mixed drinks instead of drinking it straight.
Oh yeah, normally you just do the coffee and the
yeah
whatever
straight in the mug. Yeah, no, I will be mixing them next Wednesday.
Mine are mixed too, but I'm also technically pouring these rather heavy.
Yeah, no, I just poured just enough in there for the flavor. I mean, geez, I still have that much left of that one there, and I hit that one hard.
I actually went and bought another bottle at the store because they were like $15. I was like, oh shit.
Stock up.
Okay.
I drink water.
And I still have a lot of that left.
Oh, yeah, you still got a ton of that.
Yeah. Over a stove. And then
Hey, Mandy doesn't drink.
this stuff here is the bottle's cool. But oh man, it's just like drinking straight up alcohol.
That one looks like that one almost kind of looks like the female version of Captain Morgan.
It is. It's called Calypso, and it's got gold. And I'm not impressed. It was a gift, and I will be gifting it to anybody who stops by and wants something to drink. Make sure they don't come back to stay. No.
I'll remember that when I come and visit Jason.
I don't know if you come and visit. I still might have that.
Here, Amanda, try some of this. You want
No,
me out of here and not coming back?
It's pretty bad. That one there, I only had I only had one serving of this, and yes, it gave me a headache.
Ooh.
What's the ABV on there?
Oh, it's high.
Not as high as some of my coworkers.
Yeah,
That was not a joke either. My coworkers are fucking late. I hate my coworkers. Half of them. Ugh. I
there it
can't
is.
do it.
Bad co-workers.
And one of them is the boss's son. So yeah.
40 proof.
So that's an actual
Oh,
liquor.
wait a minute. I think it says 80. 40% by volume, 80 proof.
So okay, yeah. So it's 40% alcohol.
Yeah, so yeah, it's
Is Colin not jumping up?
it has a very, very small little itty bitty taste of rum. Other than that, it smells like you're drinking from a that 99-cent alcohol bottle.
Ooh.
That's what it smells like.
You just need to try some Bundaberg rum. If you can ever get
I'm not
it
much of
over
a
there.
rum drinker. My wife is. She likes that the Bacardi Gold.
The problem with a lot of the liquors that are on the market is those are usually only per location. So the one you mentioned, Amanda, is most likely only either in like probably Australia and the UK maybe. So we guarantee we won't have that down here. I've been because even on Jesse's channel, Braindance Bushcraft, he does a lot of tastings on his channel. I have never found a single one of them bottles in my liquor stores. We have specialty liquor stores. Can't find them.
No, I'll probably use that one as a disinfectant.
No, you can't get it in America.
Yeah, no, they're regional. A lot of that liquor is regional.
Well, it's like
Bundaberg rum is the most popular Australian rum, and it is not available in the US.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I probably could turn it into a vanilla, but still, it's going to have that little bit of that rum flavor in it. It's not a whole lot of rum flavor in there.
You can get it in the UK. Wonder if you can get it in Canada.
Yeah, so yeah, Molly's up now. So how's your headache, honey? Is it still there? Oh, is it gone? Woohoo! I like that. Usually, hey, no, don't give her a headache again. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, if you can get all the bad alcohol you get like that, it's probably better off as a disinfectant.
I was gonna say you distill it a few times and make yourself some jet fuel.
Probably work as a loan too.
Apparently, you can get it in Canada,
Interesting.
but you can't get it in America.
Now, we actually got some. We took with us on our 9th anniversary. I got a buddy of mine came back from Jamaica. And I asked him, here's $20. Can you bring me back a good bottle of rum? And he brought me back Appleton, which is actually quite good. I mean, I would
got a
I'd rate it up there with Bacardi. Like I said, alcohol.
If you ever go to Canada and you find it, you have to try it.
Alrighty.
I don't like OP, Bundaberg OP. I can't stand the smell of it nor the taste of it.
Is that like the spice?
No, it's just my sister's ex-husband used to drink a lot of it all the time. It's all he used to drink, and that's all you could smell. It's all he just sweated out of him.
Ooh.
It's not a nice smell.
Yeah. Well, like I said, again, I can also use that stuff there as a small heater.
40 proof? No, I think it has to be higher than 80.
No, I said it was 80 proof.
Yeah, but it's 40% alcohol. Needs to be higher percentage of alcohol, I believe. I'll test this theory right now because this is 35, which is technically a liqueur. And if this light's on fire, I'm going to be shocked.
I'll do that in one of these expendable cups.
Where is... I got the fun part about the Jaeger is it's a metal cap, so I don't have to worry about melting it. I do have to find my lighter, though, which I think is out in the living room.
Nope, I got a plastic cap on that one.
The coffee and chocolate royal liqueur from Bundaberg rum's really good as well.
Now, if you really want to go with something that's flammable, you need 151 or Everclear. Oh, yep. It's soaked into the foam sealed part of the lid. No, it won't light.
Yeah. Poof.
Yours did?
Yep, it did.
I don't know if mine didn't light because of the container that it's in or if it's just not enough alcohol by volume. Like I said, this is only a 35, so...
Cliff.
Yeah, see, that's what mine kind of did too, and then it just like extinguished like almost instantly.
Yeah, I'm not getting the right fuel air mixture. It'll probably work with the cotton ball.
Bundaberg OP rum. There you go, Cecilia.
Actually jumped in the trash can. I wasn't going to drink it.
57.7% alcohol volume.
Now you could probably mix it with the rubbing alcohol and get it to go a little further.
That's gonna be a funky taste, though.
That's the
no,
OP.
not to drink it, to burn it.
Oh, to
like
burn it,
stove.
yeah.
No, I'm talking about your little stove. Keep warm.
Absinthe will work to a point. It depends on what version of absinthe you get, because there's multiple varieties of it. But if you get the more pure absinthe, which is the more expensive bottle, then yeah.
I know I got some here somewhere. I got what? Almost 300 tea light candles.
Blake, I've got absinthe light technically just sitting in my closet right here. I haven't touched it.
Yeah, like I said, also having the tea light cups, little tea light candles. That's almost 4 hours per candle.
Yeah.
You can pick those up for like $4, $5 at Walmart for 100 of them.
Here's the funny part: if you go to the store, the like 3-inch, like almost church votive candles. They're like 1.5 inches across by like 3 inches tall. You stick one of them suckers in that thing, dude. That sucker will burn for like 12 hours. Just sitting there, it'll just go.
I mean, all you need is a little pan, and you put your water in there, and just keep it hot.
You don't even have to have the water hot to just keep your candle. Your candle will float on that water.
Yeah.
And then when it gets down to the liquidy part where the bottom, the metal part is, the metal part will just drop to the bottom.
Yeah.
And that wax will just solidify right there, and you can just take the whole wax, whatever wax is left, and just stick it in a container.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I used to make my own candles. I had one time that I burned that thing. I don't even remember where I got the wick for it. That candle, I think we had it lit for almost 12 hours, and that thing moved maybe 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah. Well, no. See, I'm also talking about you can also make your tea. You can make your coffee.
Oh yeah. Takes a while to do that with candles, but can be done.
That tea light candles, they get hot.
Yeah, but you're gonna need at least 4 to 6 of them in order to get like a decent pot of water hot enough for coffee.
And the regular coffee cups with that, like I have when we go camping.
Oh, the metal ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 of those. Yeah, three tea lights will warm that up pretty quick.
One of them will do it quite rapidly.
Yeah, I've never been fond of doing the one directly in the center because you always wear out that one spot, which over time becomes a weak point.
Yeah, it's not hard to make a stand for it.
That's why I say 3 is a little better, because at least with the 3, it's kind of more to the outside.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of like rotate your cup so you don't have just the one flame dead center in the middle of the cup.
Matter of fact, maybe I might make one.
Now they're CR for the candles. Because the votive candles, they usually have, like those tea light candles, they usually put the thinnest, skinniest, cheapest wax wicks in there that you can possibly manufacture.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get stuff like use baking twine or your standard. It's basically just baker's twine. You use that stuff. That's 100% cotton. 3 times thicker, and that stuff will put out some heat. But here's the lesson that I'm going to give you guys that I learned. This is my takeaway. When you're making candles with that baker's twine, soak your wick in the candle wax when it's hot. Let it.
Yeah, you want to infuse it.
Drop it in there, stir it around while that wax is nice and like liquid and almost clear. Stir it around in there and then pull it out and just lay it flat on wax paper. Or if you have like clips, clip it to something so the wax drains off. That way it's completely wax impregnated. I made the mistake when I did mine. I did it dry, so the wick wasn't impregnated with the wax, so it burned hot and then burned funny.
Probably smelled bad too.
It smelled like burnt cotton for the first few little bits, but once it started heating up the wax and the wax started actually soaking into the fiber, smelled more like a candle. But yeah, treat your wicks if you're going to make candles. And I find the best things to make the candles out of is the frosting containers.
Yeah.
Like the Betty Crocker frosting mixes.
You know what will work too? The Better Than Bullion containers.
Yep.
They're glass.
Yeah, if you get the Better Than Bullion ones, yeah, those are the glass containers. You can do it with almost anything else. I mean,
yeah, we also got little tiny mason jars too.
Technically, you can make a candle out of this. Because I think the best part about this is because it's tapered and it's wider this way. Any wax runoff you have is just going to pull right dead in the center as the wick burns down.
Yeah.
But I mean, a real fun one if you really, really wanted to. Don't know how well it would work, but it might. These things.
Yeah. Believe it or not, you can use your old soup cans too.
Soup cans, the toilet paper tubes.
Yeah.
Do what?
The dirters. Dur-dur-dur. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the toilet paper ones would be because the only problem I see with the toilet paper ones is the fact that you have to seal the bottom, which is either A, a lot of masking tape, or B, well, I suppose you could just do it in foil and then just rubber band it around the bottom so the wax doesn't fall or pour out.
I mean, there's so many different ways that you can do stuff. I mean, you can actually stick a wick in a Crisco tub and use that.
Yeah, you can get the pre-made wicks. You just, but the thing is, you can't just stick it straight down in there. You actually have to have like something to poke a hole in there.
Yeah.
Because you try sticking those things in there, and they're just gonna fold over. I've tried that before, even in the powder wax that looks like salt.
You can also warm it up and then put it in there too. Let it re-solidify.
Yeah, you'd have to hold the wicks vertical for a certain amount of time till that Crisco cools, or you could stick it in the fridge, which will cool it off real fast.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think Crisco heater. I think somebody made one that lasted like 72 hours.
Yeah, I saw that video from somebody. Yeah, I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I run across it every once in a while, and I'm like, oh man, I haven't seen that video in like 10 years.
He did that one a long time ago.
Yeah, that was an old one. But yeah, I mean, you make a Crisco heater, that sucker will last you. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're not heating the outside of the case, you're just heating wherever the Crisco's at, which is basically lamp oil or lard. It's the same thing they used back in the 1700s, 1600s when they were actually hunting whales for the whale oil for lamp.
Oh yeah, you can also do the regular oil, like a vegetable oil, and make a little what do you call it, the little
penny stoves.
Yeah,
I got a few of those. I made some for my cousins actually one time out of Red Bull cans. Got bored. Yeah. What if they still have them?
You can still do the same thing with like those old tuna cans, catfish containers, or cat food containers. You just need a vessel to hold your wax or your medium with a wick.
Yep.
So we even have the liquid oil lanterns here too. You'd be surprised how much heat those things will put out.
Oh yeah, no. I just made another one today because I was bored and I had the thing for it. Give me a second.
And those cheap ones you get from Walmart will run a long time with the oil if you fill them. And you just barely have them cracked on. They put out a heat. And they'll run for a long time. The problem is that oil goes rancid.
Yeah, whale oil, lamp oil won't. But the like Jason, I think Jason was talking about the not Crisco, but the vegetable oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I just made me another one of these. You'll notice that the wick on this one isn't all charred and black because this thing's still smoking. I just kicked it off.
You had it going?
Oh yeah, I had it going. I've had this thing going for like the last 45 minutes, and it's only burned down like a fifth of an inch. Dude, this little thing right here, this is I'm gonna have to put my camera down so you can see the lid. So this is a Polar Peaches, Polar Pear Slices, and it looks like a little barrel. Like it's got you can kind of see the texturing on here with the light reflection, but it's got these like two little handles on the side, which is kind of nifty. Well, I got these from work. From a coworker who was eating these, so I had two of these little things. See, there's the little handle, and it looks kind of like a little mason jar. Well, I mean, it is a mason jar, but looks like a little barrel. But yeah, all you do is you get these little inserts. It's that's a tad bit warm, but it's a glass insert with just a cotton wick in it. And this is, let me show you.
So if you try not to burn yourself.
I love burning myself. That's the whole point of fire.
I am shaking my head right at you right now.
And that flame.
Oh, sorry. What was in the jar? What was the product?
Sliced peaches. Or pears. Pear slices.
Pear slices.
But look at that flame height.
Honey,
Yeah. Huh?
that's not what I asked. What is in the jar now?
Oh, what's in the jar now? What product?
Lamp oil.
Regular lamp oil.
This thing will probably burn for 20 plus hours. I have one in my greenhouse that I made out of one of these.
That's kind of cool.
And that thing will burn. I had it in the greenhouse lit for 3 days before it ran out of fuel.
Wow. And how warm did it keep it?
Well, I mean, it's adding an extra probably 40 to 60 BTUs on top of my heater. And I mean, it kept me warm. It kept my greenhouse temperature above 55, even when it dropped down to like 11 degrees.
I know mine dropped down to 46 last night. It got cold and windy.
Yeah. When you guys do these, make sure they're the short jars. If anything longer than the wick, you have to buy a set of wicks to fit in there. I have a replacement set. They're like 6 or 8 inches long. It's a 2 set. But yeah, if the bigger your container, the longer the wick you're going to need. Because even for the one I have in this, the wick barely touches the bottom curvature of this.
Okay.
So probably after another couple of years of use, I'm probably going to have to replace the wick to something longer or transfer it to a shorter container. But yeah, these things they work perfect. And I always get people asking me, well, won't the lid overheat? No. If you got like this thing's almost 4 inches wide. And all you really do is you just drill into that center, little center divot right there. Just drill the hole slightly wider than the diameter of that glass rod and shove the sucker in there and just let it rip.
Yeah, like I said, if you have time, Grace, with that jar of Crisco, as you're cooking on the stove, just put the jar on there. You can actually transfer it over to a glass jar and put the wick in there.
I was gonna say you could do the double boiler method and just kind of set it in water.
Yeah.
Actually, CR, I have one of these in a terracotta pot heater in my greenhouse, which is also helping my heating.
So how well does that terracotta pot work?
You mean how well does it work?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I was like, how long does it work?
No. How well does it work?
It depends on how you set it up. I'm just kind of making guesstimates on how these work, but I would technically need another one of these little pear jars so I can get 3 of them going in there. But the top of that gets pretty warm. So it heats it up, and as the hot air goes up, it heats up the next one, and depending on, I mean, you can start with 18-inch pot and just keep stacking up and up and up till you get, probably like a 3 or 4 foot tower. But it all depends on how much flameage you have down on the bottom. If you're running 20 tea lights, that thing's going to get hot.
Yeah.
But you're only going to get that heat, which I've seen people get terracotta heaters up to like 450, like almost 500 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't touching the top of that thing without freaking thermal gloves or something, or like fire tongs, because that thing's going to be hot.
Yeah. Because hopefully it's totally dry. There's no moisture in it.
Oh, you'll know if you're terracotta. Well, no, the first time you use it, if you've got, because the heat the same way everything else goes. Heat goes up, but it's going to hit the sidewalls, and then it's just going to start going up and up and up. Like I said, when you get to that top one, you can feel like the heat when it comes out of the top hole. You can feel that air is actually sucking that air out. It works exactly like a fireplace.
Yeah, I was just wondering if they one of those was it the the wood burning stoves, one of those pipes would work in with one of those with a little bit of mesh on the inside, just to slow it down just a little bit.
Don't know about that one. I'd have to look into that part, something like that.
Yeah, you put a dampener up at the top and just throttle it down, and it'll hold the heat. That pipe will get hot.
Yeah.
Use what?
was quiet, which was good.
Oh, well, that's good.
Now it was work.
Yeah, I know he wants to bark.
I did buy a. What's really funny is I figured I would add a little bit more heat and at the same time try to kill my bugs that I have still floating around in there.
Yeah.
I went and bought citronella oil and a tiki torch container, and I lit that sucker in there. And unfortunately, due to the height of the way those things are designed, that wick is really stiff, so it doesn't flex.
Yeah.
Couldn't get because you really only need just a fraction of that sticking up above the collar.
Yeah.
But I have like
Hello,
half
how
an
you
inch.
doing?
I have half an inch. Hey, Ghost, how's it going? I have about half an inch of that thing sticking up. So that thing was putting out about a 6-inch flame, black smoke everywhere. So, I was like, screw this. I closed that door. 20 minutes later, that entire thing completely filled with smoke.
Ooh, maybe you got rid of your bugs.
Nope.
Really?
Unfortunately, citronella is more of a mosquito repellent than anything else.
Oh. I did say hi to Ghost.
But yeah, no, it was. I was going in and out of that thing for hours after that, and I could still smell that stuff in there. What's really funny is all that black smoke. I was walking in there, and I kept finding all these like little black strings everywhere. I was like, "What is that?" And I'm like looking,
It's
goes
the
all
soot.
the way to the top. No, it's the freaking it's the smoke from the citronella kernel, but it found all the spider webs.
Oh.
So I had all these like little skinny black strings everywhere. I was like, what are those? Took me a minute to realize they were spider webs. So I found where all my spider webs are.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, another way to let's think of another way to keep warm during a cold blast. You're stuck at home with no power.
Dutch oven. Yeah, I should actually bust out our kerosene heater, and we should actually see if that thing still works.
Yeah, just make sure you got a working carbon monoxide detector
I forgot
that is battery
3 or
powered.
4 of them in the house.
Battery powered or
Battery powered. Or I guess sealed, I guess. So
if they don't have any power. They got to have a battery even too. Hopefully they're working.
Yeah, ours are. I think that's sealed battery container.
Yeah, the 10-year lithium battery that's in them.
Yeah, something like that. 7 or 10 years.
Supposedly 10 years. Yeah, like I
Ours
said,
actually got set off one time, and we could not. It took us 4 hours to get them things to shut up.
Yeah.
Because somebody in my family, I'm not going to say who, doesn't know how to start a damn fire without using a blowtorch, and smoked out the entire house.
oh,
Things, and it's we've had this. It's done it before, but it smoked out the entire, and it set those things off, and we could not. We had to literally leave them outside for like 2 hours while we cleared out the air in the house.
yeah.
And they were still finicky for a while after that. We just kept taking them outside and blow air into it to get it to stop. And yeah, they do after a while.
Yeah, like I said, just be careful. Don't try not to burn anything if you don't have to, unless it's an approved container like a fireplace or. Yeah, just don't have it there in the middle of the room, sitting there just burning.
And if you do, have ventilation. And this one, folks, if you have carpet, do not light a fire on your carpet or
No.
anywhere near your carpet.
No.
That's how
I have-
Oh yeah.
Everywhere in my house, I have tile floors. I don't have to worry about it as long as I keep it above the tile floor.
Yeah.
I got a fire pit outside. We've got a kerosene heater.
Yeah, the kerosene heater, I
Fortunately,
would not use that inside the house.
If you have good ventilation, you can. We used to use it all the time in Denver.
Yeah, don't use a barbecue inside. No, bad idea.
Now, the barbecue itself, no, you can do charcoal because charcoal doesn't really give off anything that'll actually kill you.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it does.
Well, I mean, it does eat the oxygen, but again, as long as you have airflow, it's not sending out like toxic fumes that'll murder you in your sleep if you leave this stupid thing on.
Yeah, like I said, I would love to have a wood burning stove in here in this house, but this house is just not made for it.
Too small or just not designed right?
Let's see. 70-year-old wood.
I mean, you could put one in there. I would
Yeah.
recommend a small unit, not nothing huge.
Yeah, maybe a pellet stove I would probably consider, but like I said, it's getting it vented through the metal roof and not leaking.
I haven't had a problem with that. Mine goes straight up through the ceiling, and that's the one spot we don't have a leak.
Yeah, like I said,
Spot.
Huh?
The one spot.
the one spot. Yeah,
No, we have it's really weird when it rains really heavy. For some reason, we get water on a drips down where our tankless vent is at, and me and my dad have been trying to figure out where that damn leak is coming from for the last 10 years, and we can't figure it out. There's no excess holes on the roof. Everything is sealed. We just don't know where that water is dripping in at.
see right there, charcoal is deadly in the house.
Yeah, if you knock it over and light your couch on fire.
No, it gives off that much carbon monoxide.
Yeah, again, you have to have ventilation.
I have to head off.
There's Mandy.
Amanda's got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna give Mandy a little trick to keep cool at night. Outside, micro
Sleep
sprinklers.
outside.
Micro sprinklers. You can put them on top of the house, turn them on right at sunset, or you can hose down the house right at sunset. It'll actually cool the house off considerably. I used to have them running in the yard. It would cool off the yard,
Yeah.
especially in the enclosed microclimate.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will keep that in mind.
All right. See you later.
See you later.
Bye,
Love you
Amanda.
all.
Miss you already.
Bye. Miss you too.
Yeah, like I said, even with candles, you still got to be careful with the carbon monoxide. It is a flame. It is giving off carbon.
You know, it's also absorbing oxygen as it burns, but I mean, you got a flame that's what, a quarter-inch wide at best, depending on the size of the unit you're using.
Yeah.
Versus, say, you decide to randomly bring your fire pit on the inside your house and use that.
Yeah, because usually the people that have a fireplace in their house, they usually got to open up a window just barely, so you can actually get the airflow. No, it's just like using a evap cooler. You got to push the air in. That air's got to go somewhere to exchange.
Nope. All right. Take care, Cecilia.
Have a good night, Cecilia.
Try and get some sleep.
Bye, Cecilia.
Yeah, Molly says bye, Cecilia.
I should actually check on that kerosene heater. 'Cause that might
Make
be
sure-
that might be an alternate way of heating my greenhouse.
Yeah.
Although the smell of burning kerosene, to be honest, that is a horrible smell.
It is.
Then I wonder though, if I can get a small unit, I could set that in there, and actually on the colder nights, I can just turn it on and crank it real low and just let it do its thing.
I mean, you can even do a, like I said, one of those hurricane lamps. Still put off enough heat.
Yeah. Could do it with a kerosene lantern too, but the problem is that thing's got a small tank, and you usually have to refill those every couple of hours.
Yeah.
On top of that, you have to repump them every couple of hours, or like every once in a while, because lose
Yeah.
pressure. But anything that has like a wick in it, that you just light it, and you can either just your standard old school wick lamps.
Yeah, like I said, those cheapy ones from Walmart are better than nothing.
Actually, the last time I bought one from Walmart, it leaked everywhere.
Really, we got 4, and we still have the 4.
Yeah, I bought one, and I guess one of seams wasn't seamed properly or welded the right way, and
Yeah.
I filled it with lamp oil, and that thing leaked everywhere.
Yeah. Oh no, we tested every one of ours too.
But
And
yeah,
it's very easy to overfill those too.
Oh yeah, no, they're a pain in the butt. They're easy to fill. They're a pain in the butt to empty.
Yeah. Use a measuring cup if you're going to be filling them with that funnel. Because ours came with a funnel. It came with an extra wick. You know, we paid a little bit more for the for a kit.
Yeah,
But yeah.
because you can get them two ways. You can get them either just the lantern itself, or the ones like you said with the extra wick and the fuel
The funnel.
funnel with the filter screen in it.
Yeah.
Which to me makes no sense. If you're filtering it from a sealed container, what do you have to filter through the screen?
Some people might be using a fuel oil.
Yeah, but that's just gonna burn. That's just gonna burn more smoky, more black,
Oh,
and that'll ruin the inside of your lantern because that thing will get all sooted at the top. And
Oh,
yeah, no. If you're gonna do it that way, you might as well get a damn diesel heater.
yeah. I've seen those little. Have you seen those heat exchange diesel burners?
I think so.
Those things put out quite a bit of heat.
Yeah, we had when I was in Europe when I was a teenager. We actually my grandma's house had a diesel heater.
They're pretty little efficient machines.
Yeah, except you got to refill them every about 4 hours
Yeah.
because they may put out heat, but they don't last long.
No, they'll use up a good 2 gallons in a night in the wintertime, easy.
Oh yeah, if not more.
Yeah. So we talked about having food, sources of heat. I talked about going into a smaller room.
Power.
Huh?
So sources of heat when you don't have power. If you have a backup generator, you're good to go until you run out of fuel.
Yeah.
But then again, you can kind of run dirty fuel if you have any sort of alcohol. But I definitely recommend after that, take your generator apart and clean all
Yes.
of your ports and injectors because running it dirty, you'll run it. You're not going to get the high RPM you might get off of running it
You'll get
normal
shorter
standard
life.
white gas, but you'll get something.
And also another thing that you got to worry about is if you have the dual fuel generators, you can run them on propane, but don't run them on propane for long. There's not enough lubricant in propane to keep the everything lubricated.
Yep. It'll clog your nozzle too after a while.
That I haven't noticed, but yeah, I've
But you
noticed.
don't- how long do you run yours on propane though?
I don't. I run it on gasoline only
Yeah, see, there you go.
because gasoline is way cheaper than propane.
Gas is cheaper than diesel. I remember when diesel used to be cheaper than gas.
Oh yeah, same here. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we looked into the getting a Generac and getting a big fuel tank and everything else. And when I found out how much fuel those things can consume, I'm going, oh no. You'll use up a 250-gallon tank in 10 to 14 days.
Yeah. And then you got to refill it, which is like $500 or $800.
Yeah, up to about $800. In some places, $1,000, depending on where you live.
You can put the cheaper gas in there, but the problem is, again, you'll burn through it faster.
Nope, we have to look back.
They have a contract. The one that works off of the the propane or the natural gas, those things just consume a lot of fuel.
Oh, yeah.
I looked into it. I'm going, nope, I'm sticking with the gas generator. I'm just going to have to, I still have to get a electric filter for it.
Yeah,
Because the
some
one I
people
have,
curb.
The one I have, it's a dirty generator. It's dirty power. Wow, ouch, yeah. Yeah.
Well, most schools don't normally have backup generators unless it's like a school from like the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, so far at work, our generator has worked every time.
You know what's really funny is all the times I've gone to Home Depot and Lowe's, I've never actually seen if they have backup generator.
Really.
I've never noticed.
Oh, we got a lot of them at work.
I know they have to have one because it's a really high, it's one of the more crucial businesses, so they would have to have something to run as backup just in case shit goes sideways. But I've never actually bought. I mean, I've driven around the entire building at all of my locations, and I've never once noticed a generator.
Yeah. They're hard to spot. You'll see it kind of like tucked off near the garden center.
Yeah, that's usually over there by the trash compactor.
Yeah, that's what ours is actually over behind the garden center.
Yeah, I've driven around mine. You know what? Because I've got one section that's kind of obscure along the. Because ours is tucked in, and then you kind of got the highway overpass over it. I wonder if ours is actually tucked in that back corner.
It could be. Yeah, ours is just enough power to run the lights and the essential stuff, but it will not run the climate control.
Nah, it's just enough power to keep the lights running and the registers going.
Yeah, so yeah. It gets hot in that store real quick in the summertime.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I mean, it gets hot.
Because you got, what, like 35 AC units sitting on top of that roof?
Ours is 14.
Okay, so that's probably the standard then, anywhere between probably 14 to 16 units. But yeah, you've got all of that circulating. But it's a miracle that those actually managed to keep that building cool as it is, considering the fact that the ceilings are like 60 feet in those buildings.
No, it's like I think they're like 24. Ours is.
You got a short. I think our building, our ceilings in ours are huge because we have those big, those big industrial shelves.
Yeah,
some of those have like 8 shelves, or like 4 to 6, between 6 and 8 shelves stacked on them.
Yeah, I think ours are 16, and if I stand up on top of the rack, I can actually touch the beams.
I'll have to check. You know what? The next time I'm going to Home Depot or Lowe's, I'll check on that.
Yeah, they're about 16 feet tall.
No, I meant the height of the ceiling, the racks.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it could be fun if I went in there with a rangefinder and just stared at the ceiling with a rangefinder. Everyone's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, none of your damn business.
Yeah, see, I haven't got, like I said, Ghost says he's installed the generators large enough to power water treatment plants. Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, when I worked for Tempe, we had the generators for the water treatment plants. You can't be anywhere near them when they're running.
Oh shit! No, those are louder than heck.
Jeez, they are loud. They are loud.
Yeah, I know grocery stores for a fact have backup generators.
Yeah, every Walmart does. Yes.
The Smiths our Smiths has one. It's actually next to the trash compactor. I know where that one's actually at. It's a fairly good sized unit. Yeah. But again, it's also there to keep, if the power goes out, it's there to keep the fridge is cold.
Yeah.
Lights still working and the register's still working.
Yeah, it's not going to work the climate control.
Mm-mm. AC is usually one of the first things that'll kick off on that one. When the power goes out, usually one of the employees, I can almost guarantee, will go back there and actually just shut off the AC units.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, ours is all automatic. For as old as the store is, I'm surprised everything's still working. I'm surprised a lot of the stuff is still working.
I'm not. Think about the way everything's been manufactured over the last say 100 years. The older stuff lasts longer because it was made to last.
Yes.
I'd say anything probably within the last 25 years that has been built was built with mind for profit.
Yes. To break down. Yes.
Which is why older vehicles were always the hardest, like the most sought after. If you got a vehicle over 25, 30 years old, everybody wants it, whether it's broken or not, because they can get parts for it still. And
Yeah.
that will still outlast damn near everything on the market, probably manufactured 15 years from now.
Well, I mean, look at all these old vehicles. They're just so simple. Why rebuild something that's working?
Yeah, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Why change out something that's simplistically wired for something that needs 44 wiring harnesses, 64 freaking control modules, 38 fuses for just to run your damn headlights?
You know that it only takes 20 milliamps for to understand how it works, and if it breaks, they can't find it.
Yeah, I like the older cars. If your headlights don't work, you probably blew a fuse or you need to buy a new headlight.
Yep.
Simple as that. The only other alternative was that somewhere along the lines between on your wiring diagram, that between the connection to your lights, connection to your fuse box, or the connection to your battery, you may or may not have gotten a frayed wire.
Or rats.
You go to the hardware store, you buy a freaking 20-foot piece of wire and electrical wire, and you rewire the damn thing, and you're good to go like the next day.
Oh yeah.
Instead of the wire harness.
Huh?
Instead of the wire harness.
Instead of the wire harness, yeah. You can quick run a new wire. I've done it.
But again, see, the thing with the older vehicles is, I'm going to tell you right now, and you can probably agree with me on this one, Jason, is the older vehicles, they get hit with an EMP. That's not going to phase them any.
Nope. Why do you think that's why everybody wants that old 1974 older International Scout that's diesel powered?
Yeah. Well, even the same with mine. I've got a 95 S10.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing could be hit with an EMP, and as long as there's no power running through it, it ain't going to do jack squat. I can start the thing up.
Yeah.
Good. But if you know that there's going to be some sort of EMP surge or some sort of
battery.
Yeah, you just disconnect one of the battery terminals and
clip a wire to the ground.
Yeah, you're done. That's all you got to do is just unhook the battery and you're fine. Because as long as there's no electricity through it, an EMP does not impede any sort of electrical device. Yeah, I agree, Grace. Yep. Plastic is cheap.
Yep.
That's the one thing I like and actually dislike about my truck. I like that my truck is lightweight. Now, mind you, it's only a 2.7. But at the same time, I have a polycomposite bed. The panels are metal, the outer panel, so the quarter panels are metal, but the internal components of the bed are plastic. So potential chance of that melting if I ever had a catastrophic failure of my exhaust system or my gas tank explodes, that's going to disintegrate the whole truck bed. But at the same time, that whole internal frame or the internal bed on my truck probably doesn't weigh more than maybe 100 pounds on the high end. But it does make it hard to mount stuff on there with, positive security that it's not going to go anywhere in the wind.
Yeah. If any of us were born before the 1984, I think most of us have a scar from the Tonka trucks.
I don't. I had both. I had the front end loader, the dump truck, and the tractor. But my sister was like 1 at the time, so didn't really have any issues with that.
I remember having ours back in the 70s.
I'm an 81 baby, so I am just over the line of being a Gen X or whatever. No, millennial.
Close.
Sorry, millennial.
Yeah.
I think I'm in the millennial range. They were like
Oh.
81 to like 95 or something like that. Yeah. Man, I had one as a kid. I actually had one of the RC tanks,
Oh yeah.
and where we currently have a new shopping center, well, not new, I'd say relatively new. There used to be a hobby store over there, and that's where my parents got that from me when I was little. Man, I drove through that. I drove that thing so much that I burned through like 4 sets of tank tracks. I would just kept breaking them. But man, I remember that little tank. I don't remember what model it was. I'm pretty sure if I saw it, I'd remember. But off the top of my head, I don't remember what model it was. But yeah, man, I loved playing with that thing. I was one of the weird kids. I would actually sit there and I would load the Tonka dump truck full of like bricks and rocks, and then I would tie a rope or like a little piece of string or something to the front of that into the back of the tank, and I would just drag that thing everywhere. You only get about 10, 15 minutes worth of time on that battery, but it was definitely worth it.
Nice entertainment for a little bit.
Heck yeah! And then in my front yard, where I have most of my patio and my vehicles and the greenhouse, I used to have 5-foot high dirt hills. So I had one going across, and then one kind of going around the side of the wall. And I used to play in those things all the time.
Oh yeah. You know, I grew up with the Hot Wheels, the Matchbox.
Micro Machines.
Yeah. Penny racers.
I've got the mini Micro Machines too somewhere.
Yeah.
I've still got a whole bunch of them things.
And the Stompers.
You remember
All right,
the old moon bounce thingies?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I hated those. You had to like hold on to those stupid things with your feet. You sit down on like a 1.5-inch plastic ring stuffed around a freaking essentially a medicine ball, and you'd like bounce around on that like an idiot. It was like the poor man's pogo stick, is what it really was.
Oh yeah. I had all that stuff too.
Had all those toys. Man, all those toys were fun back in the day. And the old what bugs me now is I don't mind the pneumatic pogo sticks, but man, I'll be damned if you didn't have the solid metal pogo stick with that big thick metal spring in the middle.
Oh yeah.
You could not destroy those things. And you could get some height off of them pogo sticks. Big time.
Oh yeah, like I said, I grew up with all the stuff that nobody wants their kids to grow up with anymore.
No, because it's unsafe. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, excuse me. Oh.
Yeah, well, that's your generation now, though. Wyatt, is you guys get all that stuff. We didn't have all that stuff when we were growing up. I mean, we had knives, but you didn't get a knife unless either your uncle or your grandpa gave you one.
Oh no, my dad gave us all kinds of stuff.
My dad was a bully. That's what I do.
We had to work for it though.
I don't know what. Oh, when me and my dad took out the tree, one of the trees where my truck is currently parked now. We found, I mean, that thing had probably got to have been in the ground 30 plus years, because that tree was in the ground when I was about when did they plant that tree? I don't know when they planted that tree. That was an old, I want to say Matchbox car. Wheels completely rotted out. The whole thing was rusted. You could still kind of see the paint. It was either Matchbox or Hot Wheels. I do not even remember. And that thing was destroyed. Still had the shape of the frame, but like the paint, half the paint was gone. The bottom was all messed up. The wheels were rotted off. God knows how long that thing was sitting down there in the sand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, Deb. Yeah, see, Deb, I remember growing up with those stupid things too. And we used to have when everybody gathered at my grandma's house for holidays, we would all go. There would be like 15 of us outside throwing lawn darts.
Yep.
And
Nice.
until the one year my uncle stabbed his my grandfather, his dad, put that sucker right through his windshield, right into the dashboard.
Those things were heavy.
Tad bit too hard, and that sucker said right in the windshield. And and the windshields back in those days, that thing did not shatter into a billion pieces. That thing, you hit that sucker, and it would just poke a hole right through it, and you'd get this like little spider web about 2-3 inches out from where the impact hole was, and that was it. And take care, CR. Have a good one.
Yep, that's what I said earlier. Good night, CR.
But yeah, man, I remember those old lawn darts. Them suckers were heavy. Like,
yes, I know they were.
Heavy. And that's the thing. That's the reason why they banned making those lawn darts, is because they were deemed extremely dangerous.
They were.
So is technically a horseshoe, but you still can buy a set of horseshoes at the damn store to play horseshoes. I'm like, I'm sorry. You can take a horseshoe, grab the end of that, and chuck that sucker like a frisbee and whack somebody in the head and still kill them just as dead as you would with a lawn dart.
Yeah, it's just the lawn dart was a little bit more accurate.
Yeah, depends on how you threw it, but yeah, essentially, yeah. Them lawn darts were pretty dirty. Those things were pretty nasty.
Yeah.
We'd always get them stuck somewhere, stuck in the tree, stuck in the gravel, right in the grass, log, 2x4 piece of plywood, something, man. Those things, you would hit it, would sucker would go right through it, wouldn't even phase it, wouldn't even slow it down.
Well, there's a lot of energy in those.
I'm half tempted to see if I can recreate the original lawn darts out of some rebar and some plastic.
Actually, you can still kind of buy them every once in a while.
You find them every now and then. I've like on garage sales.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have to have the full set of those, because the thing came with 6 lawn darts. I think the originals came with 6. So
and it came with the rings too.
Yep.
Now they got the ones that got the stupid ball on the end and they bounce.
Ugh, I hate the round ones.
Yeah.
It's basically just like a really sad weighted ink, like a boat ink for like a toy, like an RC boat. Yeah, see, I did the same thing, Grace. Even as a kid, I was always outside.
Mm-hmm.
Did not like being inside. I don't know why. Never liked being inside as a kid.
Oh no, I had square miles of exploration.
I did not. I think it took till I was about 7 before my mom would actually let me physically bike to my grandma's house, which driving wise, 3-4 minutes away, if that. But it took, I think I was about 7 when she finally let me physically bike by myself to my grandma's house.
We were doing that already, very young age.
Well, I also live in a fairly disreputable neighborhood. Although I feel like it's actually gotten worse now than it was when I was a kid, but there was a lot of bad stuff that happened in the area because I live in a, like I said, a very funky area. It's not quite like the ghetto. It'd be like the equivalent of like the wrong side of the tracks.
Yeah, see, I grew up, we didn't have any neighborhoods. Our nearest neighbor was a half a mile away.
Yeah, to me that sounds like farmland.
Yeah. Old farmland. Actually, I would probably say old homesteading land, back from the 1920s. A lot of alfalfa fields were out there when I was a kid.
Speaking of which, I'll be right back. I gotta go.
All right, see you later, Ghost.
All right, take care, Ghost. Catch you on the next one. I'll be right back, Jason.
Aha, and with that, let's see. Oh, there's Mr. Colin.
Hey,
Better
guys.
late than never.
Oh no, I just had one of the worst. Jenny and I had some of the worst days ever for us.
Oh,
Van blew a head gasket.
oh,
Oh no.
Truck got stuck in the driveway because I couldn't get out to go get her.
oh,
And I've been out in the cold for the last 3.5 hours. She's been in the van since longer than that for me to try
Yeah.
to get to her. And my knee is freaking killing me.
well,
We
yeah.
think we think our van is toast with all the work that needs to be done to it. We can't afford it.
Well, your face is killing me. Hi, Colin. How's it
I
going?
love you too, brother.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get some coffee.
I'm going to be doing something I wasn't expecting to have to do for a while.
Drink a Pepsi?
No,
Coffee?
I got coffee, hydrocodone.
Oh,
Ooh. Up,
My
off the
left-
ball.
My left knee is on fire because I'm not supposed to be lifting over 11 pounds, and I've been trying to dig out a truck out of a foot of snow over a 50-foot driveway, and my neighbor had to pull me out to get out of the driveway, and then he had to pull me back in because I couldn't get into the driveway because it's too slick.
Buy some salt.
I did. I used it all.
Wow.
We are having not a good day.
How much snow do you guys have over there right now?
I've got about a foot of snow in my yard,
That's it?
but they don't plow like they're supposed to here.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
There's a sheet of ice right in front of our house.
Yeah.
Ouch. Hi, Jenny. How are you doing?
Frozen solid. How are you?
Warm. I have not gotten the cold front that we've been promised. So, yeah, I've just been chilling in the warm weather
Get
this
some
week.
of ours.
You can have ours any day of the week.
Send some of that damn snow my way. I'd be happy to take it. I'll send you some of my warm weather. We got some like 50 degrees today. I'll happily take a foot of snow. That means I get like 2 days off of work.
I've been off for the last 2 days already.
Yeah, it's hard to go to work when you can't leave your driveway.
Well, the fact is that Jenny's the van is toast.
What's wrong with the van this time?
You didn't hear blown gasket?
Uh-uh. I'd walked back here right when you said your knee was killing me, and then I popped on to say your face was killing me.
No, blown head gasket.
Ooh. So you did the same thing Deb did on her van.
Yeah, well, thing is, we were supposed to get the brakes fixed this weekend. The head gasket went today. So the only vehicle we have that actually runs is the truck. But the thing is, the truck is stuck.
Yeah, I would. So I know you like your Ford, but here's when you can afford it. I'm not saying doing it now. I recommend getting a second set of tires. You got your standard dry weather tires or your all season tires, which I hate all season tires because they don't work in all seasons. They work in rain, water, or like what they don't work in snow. That's just basically it.
I
There's
understand. I
nothing
need
but
snow
snow
tires. I need snow tires. Yes, I know.
Yeah, you need snow tires or at least chains.
Well, I don't have any change at the moment. But I was talking to my neighbor, Darren. He's the one to help me out. He says the differential might be out on the front of my truck allows me to go into 4-wheel drive.
Ooh.
Might be out. I don't know. Since I don't know much about F-250 light duties.
Well, is yours a shift on the fly 4-wheel drive, or do you have to do the wheel locks on the front wheels?
Mine is actually shifted into neutral and turned a little switch.
So that's one of the. I think that's what 2010.
Nope, 1999.
No, they still would have 99. They still would have had the. You have to actually set that sucker in neutral and then go outside and hit the two little locks on the front wheel.
There are no wheel locks. We looked.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
I wonder if that was pre-90s then, because I remember all like every four-wheel drive vehicle that I've ever been in, but like before a certain time frame, you had to literally stick it in neutral, hit the e-brake, so your shit didn't roll back down the hill, and then you had to walk outside and hit the hub locks to four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Because most of those trucks back in the day were always rear-wheel drive, so in order to get your four-wheel drive activated on that thing, you had to hit the hub locks.
Well, thank you for the hugs. I really appreciate it. Right now, we're switching out the vehicle that needs to be worked on to the truck this weekend instead of the van, for obvious reasons. I'm going to have to tow the van home somehow and get it into our driveway because we can't leave it where it's at. Though you guys might laugh where Jenny had to park it.
It's in a Walmart parking lot.
Nope. What's the name of the place again, hon?
The Lion's Den.
The Lion's Den.
Why
Okay.
does it sound like a burger joint or a steakhouse?
It's not. Oh, okay. If you think about it in the loosest of terms, it could be. It's a porn shop.
That's about where my third option was going, but I didn't want to.
Big tacos.
Yeah.
Think tacos.
Like I said, I've been outside for over 3.5 hours trying to get the truck out of the driveway. I just gave up and had to talk to my neighbor.
What?
He's the nicest guy, though. He's going to help us out getting some more
No. Montana
salt down for our driveway and everything else. I mean, he had trouble getting up our driveway, and he had four-wheel drive.
Yeah. I've never actually physically seen your driveway other than what was in the pictures that you've sent me over the years.
It goes like this.
But
then
I know
like
you
that,
got
and then
a long
level up.
driveway.
It's got a steep incline at the beginning, and if it wasn't for the road being slick, I could have got to run at it, but I can't get enough speed up to go up. Try to make it up to that part. And I'm not supposed to be doing a lot of lifting, so digging it out is out.
Technically, digging is not lifting.
The snow itself is lifting.
Yeah.
Twisting your knee.
Heavy wet snow.
It's heavy, wet snow, as Jenny just said.
Snowball snow.
How many inches?
Well,
of snow?
I actually did consider trying to make big, giant snowballs and rolling them down the hill, but I couldn't bend over that far.
How much snow did you get?
About
About 10 inches.
10, 11 inches, somewhere in there.
It's quite a bit.
Yeah.
And there's more coming in.
And we got more coming in on Friday. We had some coming in today, actually.
Yeah.
It's been snowing off and on all day. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you a really funny trick, Colin. Get some 9mm black plastic, lay it on your driveway,
To pick it up and pull it off when you want
and then you just slide that sucker right off to the side, and you clear driveway.
Yeah. I've seen people do something like that. Sorry about this light, though.
Hold on a minute. I'm checking weather.
Let's see if I
We're
can
at
do
50,
this.
so we'll be good.
How's
tonight.
that? Is that better?
Yeah, light wasn't bothering me at all.
No, it bugs Jason.
Hold on a moment.
Yeah. But you're young there, Wyatt. You got that youthful energy thing going on. I'm old and fat and broken down.
Man, when I lived in Denver, there were so many kids on the street that
24%.
we would all of us would just come outside randomly during the snow, and we would just start shoveling driveways.
Oh yeah, you'd make some good money that way when I was a kid.
We didn't even there was no point in making money because there was 8 kids on one street. So
where I lived. Here in Iowa, it's different.
2-3
I
houses.
understand Denver is pretty tough because you got everybody and their grandmothers out there trying to make a buck.
No, honestly, I never tried to make a profit off of shoveling driveways because I lived in a subdivision. Where I lived, there was 8 kids. We had 20 25 or 30 houses. No, I think it was like 25 houses. So you do your house, your neighbor's house, and the neighbor on the other side.
Right.
And you would get those three. But between all of us kids that were
That
there,
is a mix of
3 or 4
Other-
houses, and that's all you got.
yeah, you get 3 houses each, and the whole
Whoa.
street is done.
I would have killed for a snowblower. I could tell you that. No, I was considering the guy who, excuse me, that used the flamethrower.
doesn't
Oh,
work.
yeah. It works until you run out of flames, but the problem is when your driveway's wet and it freezes, then you have a layer of ice and you ain't getting up
Yeah.
that thing no matter what.
That's why you throw down the assault as soon as you can.
I would wait till it freezes and then throw down the salt. That way, at least you have pockets to grip onto. But yeah, before that, if it's wet and you throw the salt on, it's just going to wash it down the driveway.
Yeah.
Get a steam cleaner or a
Right now,
oh,
my truck's halfway up the driveway, stuck. Can't go up. It can only go down. If I don't keep it out of the road, it'll get a ticket or towed.
Quiet.
Due to, snow bans or whatever they call it.
Snow ordinance.
Snow ordinance.
I remember that. Man, that thing was annoying.
Yeah, and right now that's the only vehicle we have, and the van is still over at the pawn shop.
Well, is yours a front or rear wheel drive?
Mine was supposed to be 4-wheel drive.
No, your
No, the
truck. Is it standard without the 4-wheel drive engaged? Is it front or rear wheel?
rear.
It's
All trucks are
4-wheel,
rear.
standard 2x4.
Oh,
Then you
Okay.
do the switch to 4x4 and 4x4 low.
Yeah. Next time you get if you still have that truck next year during the snow season, throw the snow in the back of the truck. Don't shovel it into your grass.
No, I'm going to put
Or-
firewood back there.
Huh?
I'm going to put firewood back there.
No, you want to keep the firewood to keep your house warm.
I don't have a fireplace.
Oh yeah, that's right. So even though still throw that snow back there, that snow's going to pack down heavier than those logs will ever be.
No, but the thing is, I've got stuff I keep back there, and I want to keep it dry, not soaked.
Yeah, well, you don't have a canopy or a tarp over the back of your truck, so
I got a cover.
yeah, no.
I got that cover.
Let's see.
I had to take a lot of snow off of it, but I do have a cover still.
Should be snowing now, Colin.
Yeah, I had this much snow on the back of my truck.
No, it should be snowing now.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Or no, it will be here real quick.
I got a snow squall warning right now, whatever the snow squall is. And
Say-
it's right over me. From 9 p.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow.
ooh, yeah. Y'all send me your snow, man. All my Canadian friends send me
No, wait.
snow.
Let me read that
No.
again.
Here.
9 p.m. It's only for an hour. Sorry, it's for today,
9 to 10.
9 to 10. But that's a lot of snow and wind, and it's like red on the weather station. Let me check something else because that's under Bing, and I don't like Bing at all. Give me a second.
The worst I ever had in Denver is it snowed almost a foot in an hour.
See, now where's that? I had that bookmark.
Yeah, see, and the thing is, I'm not getting any snow at all. Like, me and Jason are supposedly supposed to get a nasty weather front, but at the rate we're going, I honestly think it's just going to straight miss both of us.
Okay, action recommended. Avoid the subject event as per instructions.
What?
That's what it says. Here, you guys read this. This is actually kind of funny. Let me get this thing working where you can see it proper.
Apparently, I have cheese tonight for the moon.
Bookmarks list.
Jason, can I show them off? Show that, please.
Hold on.
Action recommended. Avoid the subject event as per the instructions. Well, there's no instructions because they don't tell you what the hell's going on.
It's just a description down there. It's for northwestern Power Sheet County in central Iowa, eastern Polk in central Iowa, southeastern Story in central Iowa, Marshall County in central Iowa, eastern Madison. I'm just going to go Marion, Tama, Jasper.
That's us.
It doesn't say which part of it. It just says Jasper in general. Yeah. Dangerous snow squall. So, yeah, with winds up to 20 miles an hour.
There it is.
I've only got 6-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, so we're in a bad time for, being stuck with only one vehicle.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a bad timing for your vehicle to break down.
Yep. Which really sucks that Jenny just put $30 worth of gas in that minivan.
Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah. But that's it for that. I mean,
yeah, Grace, I'm not even worried about that. If they can send me that snow, because I mean, by the foothills in the mountains, like the Sandias, they've got snow. Like the snow is the hill's actually white, which is good because about a week ago it wasn't.
Grace, what's Indiana like
There it is.
right now? Because I haven't heard much about Indiana lately.
Probably pretty warm. I'll be right back.
Well, it's been giving me some updates about Pennsylvania, but I haven't heard from Jeff because he's been sick.
Yeah, I'd almost say at the rate Jeff's been sick, it feels like he's got the flu.
I think I might still have it.
Colin's dying.
I hope not.
I was testing.
I'll be back, folks. I got to go see Amanda about a pond.
No, I'm looking at the weather alerts. We got a snow squalls in Nevada, and over you, Colin.
I know they're not hitting part of our county; they're hitting the entire county.
Yeah, that's going to be that's it. Just 2 snow squalls. That's all alerts right now in the
I've
U.S.
never heard of a snow squall until today.
Oh, I have.
Okay.
It's like a severe weather.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to work tomorrow.
This is actually called tornadohq.com live.
Okay.
So if you pull that up, like I said, that's the alert that they give you. And it also gives you a voice alert, and it tells you where it's at.
It's not exactly a tornado, though.
No, it's just Tornado HQ
Right.
on the headquarters.com.
Give me a second. I've got to reattach my brace because my knees needs it for support.
I mean, it was going off last night.
I bet. Okay, who else had tornadoes? So Blake was in a tornado warning. Who else was?
The whole eastern.
You guys were, right?
The whole eastern seaboard.
You were too, right?
Yeah, we were on Thursday.
Yeah.
Not Thursday.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, Tuesday.
That's what I'm asking.
Monday and Tuesday.
Okay. Well, I don't
Yeah,
know what Grace's weather is like.
Late.
Give me a second. I'll look that up if you give it to me one more time.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Oh, here, I'll just do this.
Post a link.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
And I'm sorry for airing my troubles and stuff on your channel and all, but I didn't, you guys were wondering where I was. This is what I was doing for the last.
Yeah.
So, hon, when did you stop off at the Lions Den?
Let's see if I can get it to post.
What time?
About 5.
Yeah, from
See if that
5.
works.
From 5 till after 9.
Yeah, see if that works.
Okay, give me a second.
If not, I'll just do this.
It won't let me.
Okay, let me try this one here. because I think I got the www on there.
Yeah, because it didn't work.
All
There
right,
you
try
go.
that.
Oh.
Got it.
Only 1 degree on Monday, Grace?
I need the HTTPS. I needed the address. It's a pretty cool bookmark, that one. It's actually kind of neat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
If you like to watch the severe weather, follow it. That one helps. At the same time, I'll have my lightning on and my weather channel up at the same time on the different windows, and I'll window hop.
right. Well, at least I know I've never heard of a squall till today, but
Mhm.
not in the reference to snow. I've heard of a squall and as in rain.
I was going to say, have you never seen the movie White Squall? But technically, that's
That's
They're
the
on
one
the
that's
ocean.
sailing, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I know about that one, but not in conjunction with snow.
Yeah, it's just, it's basically blowing snow. It's not quite blizzard.
But it's
just
close.
localized. It's localized.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's been local. Things have been localized over my town for a while now.
I'd love to get a localized snowstorm over here, man. I think that'd be awesome.
You can have it. Oh man,
Somebody give me a
Yeah.
blizzard, give me a snowstorm, give me something, man.
That's what
Yeah.
was going off the other night.
If possible, send it my way Sunday night. That way I don't have to go to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday.
what we need to do is get a bunch of snow block makers and start making snow blocks and just block your house into like a giant igloo. With
Yeah,
no
I just
end-
ram through it with my truck.
Huh?
I'll just ram through it with my truck.
No, we'll cover your truck too.
Which
We'll
one?
totally encase your truck in a big igloo.
Remember,
Yeah.
technically, I own 3 vehicles,
I know, but the thing is, we'll cover them all up.
2 of which are broken.
So
Technically.
as long as we get the one that's working, we're good.
Yeah, I got 4-wheel drive on that one, so yeah.
MLK is actually a day off for us.
No, not for me.
At work, we don't work MLK. I don't think the cold weather and me being wet did me any favors.
No.
Well, you got to tell, but I've got 2 shirts on right now. I've got my
He's got a blue one and
heavy
a
duty
green
one
on.
and my T-shirt. And I think I might have a fever.
Yeah, you need to go take a hot bath or a hot shower.
Probably will, but not right now.
Get that body core back up.
Oh, the thing is, I've been drinking coffee. That helps. Trust me. But I'm actually can feel my fingers now, which is really nice. We're going to talk. We're talking to the guys who are going to work on the van. They're going to see if they work on the truck instead, and get that working, get the heater working, get everything copacetic. Then I can drive that back and forth to work.
I was going to say,
Cheaper.
the head gasket shouldn't be that expensive to fix.
Well, I don't have the tools or the person to actually pay to get it done. It costs more for the labor than it does the parts.
It's actually better to get a whole new engine than it is just to redo the head gaskets. It's almost the same amount of money.
Well, the thing is, between the head gasket, the brakes, and anything else that needs done on that van, we can't afford it.
Don't know if Colin saw that or not.
What?
Wyatt. For Colin, so basically, Colin, he said he got had to go to urgent care. Wyatt had to go to urgent care for his infected toe. They gave him antibiotics and told him to soak it in warm Epsom salt for a couple of days.
Did you tell me that before we last talked or after?
Just now in chat about.
No.
Yeah.
I talked to him yesterday. He said he was soaking his foot. I wanted to know if he'd seen anybody about it.
Urgent care today.
Did he go? He went today, or was it yesterday?
Today.
Okay. I told him to go see somebody about that before.
Yeah, we've told you not to spend money so you can fix other things, or you don't listen to us.
No, medically, you can lose his foot.
That's an infected toe.
Not only that, you end up getting like septic, and you can actually go diabetic.
Yeah, sepsis is not something you want to mess with.
Now, he said he went this evening, so that was today.
Yeah, he never did say how he did it though.
Probably stepped on a rusty nail.
But I'm glad you went and got it taken care of there, Wyatt. What did they put you on? Did they put you on like erythromycin or
Probably just
amoxicillin or something like
anti-inflammatory.
that? So a broad stream antibiotic, basically. They probably flushed it out and cleaned it up and bandaged it and then give you.
He said it was red and purple, so his mom rushed him over there. But
Yeah.
to me, that just sounds like standard ingrown toenail infection, or he stepped on something.
He said he cut it.
How do you cut your foot? You step on a damn knife?
No, he probably dropped the knife on his foot.
Hey,
Hey, Jenny's.
I've cut my foot before.
Young teenager, I was there, done that.
Well, he's not a teenager yet.
Well, he reverse stepped on a knife.
Or
Reverse-
he could have stepped on barbed wire or anything like
or a
that.
curtain rod, which is what I stepped on.
Jenny stepped on a curtain rod.
Wait, how'd you cut
Oh.
yourself on a curtain rod?
It's those ones that slide together.
Yeah, those old school funky white ones.
Yeah, it was in the
They're
bottom
sharp.
of the closet and
It had a sharp edge.
had a sharp edge, and I ended up cutting my foot.
Ouch.
Yeah, laying on the floor, dark. Yeah. Rest
Well, you should have the bottle near you, Wyatt, where you can take it. Just I'm just curious about what they're giving you. Oh, we could start telling him about the prepper medicine, like fish mocks and stuff like that.
Oh god. Everybody swears on that stuff, and no. Colloidal silver, maybe, yeah, but fish mocks.
I don't know about colloidal silver. I don't know much about that one.
Ingrown
Take it in
toenail.
small
I'm
doses.
familiar with that.
Oh, you probably did get an ingrown toenail. That happens more often than not.
Yeah, see, I was right. So we got an ingrown toenail, and it did something funny.
They talked about that on MASH once or twice.
Yeah, all you have to do is stub your toe. You break it wrong, then it's an ingrown. It's not hard to do that. I went through it because I was always running around barefoot kicking stuff.
Well, I've had ingrown toenails. I cut one out myself. I've cut it out a few times, but I had one time Where-
Amoxicillin.
didn't quite go out, and then I actually at one point in time, the actual toenail actually grew through the skin, or well, not didn't
Oh,
grow
yeah.
through it, but it cavitated the section of skin. So, and I just yanked it out through a hole at the top, and that sucker sucked. But
Yeah, you basically, when people say get a pedicure for your feet, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It helps keep your feet healthy.
Yeah.
I don't like
No.
other people touching my feet.
Your toes,
see,
especially.
The thing is, my wife watched me do this, and she would cringe. I just took the clippers, clipped it just nice and neat, and I grabbed my forceps off my fishing bag, shoved them in there, grabbed it, and yanked it right out.
Yep.
I've done that.
Oh,
Need a pedicure, but it's painful.
I still have these. These are from when I actually had slight facial reconstruction. I've had these scissors since then. I've had these things since I was in
We're
high
taking out
school.
stitches.
Huh?
Those were for the stitches, weren't they?
These were the when they cut the sutures, when they did the stitching.
I recognize them.
I have this, and I actually have the flat forceps. Now, I found another pair later on throughout history that actually were like serrated, kind of like pliers.
I still have the forceps before I met you.
I messaged one of my higher ups and see what they're going to say.
Ask for 'em, yeah. Certain
I actually have them over here. I might have them somewhere else, but yeah, I have a set of forceps that actually went with this set, and I don't know where to went. Oh, they're right here actually. So these are my flat ones.
Yep. Yeah. Those
I
ones are
have
the
long
ones.
ones, and I've got a short one in my shower kit.
Yeah, I've got these ones, and then I have another pair that's that has the serrations on the inside of that basically have teeth, like
Yeah.
like a pair of pliers.
Yeah,
these.
those ones. I got both curved and straight.
I
I don't
got,
have the curved ones. I just have the straight ones.
this is a
Yeah.
straight one.
Yeah, my straight one has no teeth on it.
Yeah, neither does mine. But I have another set that actually. Oh no, sorry, I do have a curved set. I don't know where they're at.
This
Oh,
one's got
oh,
the
yeah.
Teeth.
this
Yeah,
one's
all
got
the ones
the-
I've got.
like a pair of pliers.
Yeah, all the ones I bought actually have teeth on them.
But I can only use them with my left hand. I can't use them with my right. And I can't even tell you where I got these, but these things are very handy.
Oh, they're great for pulling out big stickers when you got something in there you can't grab with tweezers.
Well, it also works with fish hooks.
Oh, that's what a pair of pliers is for.
What?
That's what a pair of pliers is for.
Yeah, try that with the number 10 size hook or smaller.
Yeah, that's what needle nose are for. I've got almost
these?
every one of my Leathermans is needle nose.
This is my Gerber.
Yeah, my Gerber has about the same thickness on the nose, but my Leatherman has
Cephalexin. Yeah, I'm
a
familiar.
much smaller one.
Ooh, that's one I'm allergic to.
Yeah, Jenny's allergic to cephalexin. I'm
Yeah.
allergic to amoxicillin, I think.
Penicillin.
Any penicillin derivatives, I'm allergic to.
So is Molly.
Hey, we're in the same club, Molly.
I have no allergies to medicine. Medicine has an allergy to me.
Actually, I have found one.
That you're allergic to?
Yep.
I have
Morphine.
a couple food allergies and my
Morphine.
penicillin allergy.
Can have morphine.
Oh, that's definitely gonna suck if you ever have a heart attack.
Don't even joke about that. I almost
I'm
had
not.
no.
I think
I got a 90% blockage. I got lucky. Yeah, cephalexin's pretty strong though. It's a broad stream antibiotic. Now, can I take cephalexin?
Have broad stream for a broadhead?
Yeah. Well, that was a good one there, Jason.
No, that was Molly.
Oh, way to go, Molly.
Points for Molly.
Okay, here's a good
Points
question for
Molly.
Wyatt. Which type of broadhead does he prefer?
The flat ones.
Blonde, brunette, or a redhead?
Brunette.
I don't think he got it though. What?
He's not there yet.
Trust me, he probably knows.
I'm not sure if he's looking at girls that way yet at 12.
Fixed blades.
Fixed blades.
I like the 2-blade kind over the 3. Even though I do have a 3-bladed kind, I still prefer my Zwicky
2
broadhead.
blades.
Zwicky fixed blade.
Yeah, fixed blades.
The 4 blades.
You like the 4 ones?
Way more devastation on the inside. They bleed out a hell of a lot faster.
But the thing is, you get more penetration with the 2-blade because they have less resistance.
Don't have
Well,
penetration with all of them because it's
Going after hogs, 2 blade.
If you're going after hogs, you might as well just go with a bodkin style freaking blade on that one because you're gonna have to get through that thick layer of fat.
No, it depends on where you hit it. You got to hit them in just the right spot. The head is completely off limits. It's usually just right past the neck, between the shoulder, I believe.
It's hard to get like an accurate shot between the base of the neck and the shoulders. If you're gonna do that, you might as well get them behind the shoulders. That way you can get them in the heart.
That's
Yep. That's hard because you got to get through their hide because it's a little bit thicker there, and
Right.
they'll brush up against anything to build up sap on their bristles, and it becomes like an armor plate.
Well, then
I don't like mechanicals either.
Between the lower rib cage and the back height and the back legs, get them in that area in those like stomach area where it can potentially cause sepsis.
Yeah, you want to be able to drop them. I mean, without using a firearm, obviously, but using a bow. My 74-pound would probably be the better option than most, unless you have a compound of the higher ranking still.
You
My
can
new
take them out
neighbor,
177.
his name's Darren. He's like 6'6", 6'7". I mean, he's Paul Bunyan size, and he pulls a decent heavy Matthews. And yeah, I got somebody I could shoot with now,
Noise.
and he knows trucks better than I do. I mean, I still wish I would have got an F-150, but I got what I could afford. Unfortunately, that's not always the best option.
You okay, temperature?
I'm not. I've never been hog hunting. I would like to try someday. I'm not sure about Cliffy because Cliff's not a hunter.
Just blowing on
I
me.
don't, dude. I don't have wild hogs down here. We got too many predator animals.
No. I mean, I'm saying you're not generally you're not a hunter.
No, generally, I've never had anybody in my family, my entire family, nobody hunted.
You know,
Well, he has
I grew up-
peccans there.
he grew up hunting.
Yeah.
It's just one of
He's-
those things we always knew.
Yeah. He doesn't have hogs yet.
There's
Not
hogs in
too many
Iowa.
predator animals.
Yeah,
We
they're
have
already
both-
starting,
Go ahead.
yeah, they're already starting to get into New Mexico already.
We got too many big cats down here, man. They'll eat the shit out of those things.
No, nothing touches them. That's the problem.
Well, we got cougars down here. Trust
Unless
me.
they're piglets.
They'll take the big ones. We got big cats down here, and they are big cats.
You got wolves too, don't you?
The Gray Mexicans, yeah.
Some areas we have small packs, but we've got cougars, coyotes, foxes.
Foxes and coyotes don't matter to the hogs.
Judd, you've obviously never seen the coyote packs down here.
Well, I've never seen a pack of foxes going after a hog.
Well,
That's because they
foxes-
usually don't. They'll go after smaller game, rabbits, mice, fish.
Yeah. The foxes are small, and they usually don't hunt in packs. They're usually not loners, male and female.
Yeah.
Mm,
At best, you might see maybe 3 to 5 foxes in like a bundle, but that's it.
What is a group of foxes called?
Shit, if I know.
Your name is Foxit. You should know this.
I've never, because again, you don't normally see a lot of foxes in one group, and usually when you do, it's because they're family. You got mom, dad, and
A bunch of kits.
like the kits.
yeah.
I know Grace might be right on that
Yeah,
one.
mates pair, yeah. Yeah, other than that, they're usually almost solitaire.
I've heard about they're the vixens and the are the females.
It's a skulk.
A skulk.
Skulk.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Dan is where they live. Jive. That's a good one, Grace.
No, Den is where they live, not jive.
No, so a female is a vixen.
Yes.
A male is what?
Oh, it's a Todd.
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 Yeah,
TOD.
did you ever watch Fox and the Hound? Literally, the female was Vixie, and the male fox, the main character, his name was Todd.
Oh wow, it is a Todd, which is really weird.
Mhm.
They're also known as dogs or renards,
Yeah, well, they're Renards in the UK.
but vixens and young ones are cubs, pups, or kits.
Broadhead. No, I'm not a male fox. Well, I am a male fox, but at the same time, not a male fox.
So we can call you Renard.
Sometimes. My species is a Renard, but
But a male fox is a cliff. That's true. Oh man.
Yeah.
So if someone changed your name to Renard Outdoors,
yeah, I don't think a lot of people would get that in the U.S. unless, like, I get the random few British followers.
or those people who are smarter than the average bear.
I don't know about this generation. They are pretty damn stupid.
You're talking about Wyatt's generation?
I'm talking about the generation after the 90s.
You mean the millennials, like Ian?
No, Ian is not a millennial.
He's a Zennial.
He's a Gen Xer.
No, I'm a Gen X.
Gen X here.
Then, he's the hell is that? Because I'm a millennial. And that was 81 to, I think, 93 or 95.
Yeah, because they were going to be turning of age in the 2000.
Yeah.
So Ian was born in 2006, and he's almost 18 now.
No, I think he's Gen Z.
Yeah, he's Gen Z, and then Wyatt would be Gen Alpha.
Something like that, yeah.
You hooded my feelings. Oh my God, he's using baby talk.
And this is why this is why humanity is doomed.
Man, I feel like crap.
And give the human race maybe another 50 years before we wipe ourselves out.
Hey, Cliff, I used to tease everybody I was going to have to go to my safe place.
You are in your safe place.
No, when I was at work.
Alcohol?
No, called QT because they have a sign there that says safe place.
Oh my God.
My jalapeno cheddar dogs and my iced tea.
Well, because I know some of those places actually do sell safes.
Yeah, no, they have no. It's a safe place to go to. It says
Yeah.
it right there on the side of the building. Little signs, but yay big.
Is that the one where if you're like a kid or
Yeah,
So if Molly dropped you off there as a safe place, that you could be adopted by the healthcare system or whatever.
she'd have better luck at the fire department.
Probably, but you'd likely just want to join in and help out on the fire trucks.
Molly wouldn't have married me if I was an officer or a firefighter.
No, she's dropping you off after.
Yeah, I know.
Not before, but after.
Yeah, I can see an anaconda eating a pig, but at the same time, that'd have to be a really damn big anaconda.
Oh no, they got him in Florida. You ever
Well,
watch?
I can see that. Like
You ever watch Python Cowboy?
no.
Oh, man.
I
I've
don't have
heard
cable.
about
I
the
don't have
big
cable in a
6 or
long
7
time.
Mike's a pretty cool guy.
Who?
Mike.
Which
I think his
Mike?
name is Mike. Python Cowboy.
Oh, I've never heard of him.
Look him up on YouTube.
I probably will later, not right now.
Yeah, like I said, I'm the channel. I'm surprised that is taking off dramatically. Is going to be David Ellis. Yacht.
Who?
Yacht. He's in
Never heard that
Mississippi. He's in Mississippi. He traps hogs for a living.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that might be an easier route to go if we wanted to, actually get rid of a lot of hogs. Is do the. I've seen the hog traps that they come up with.
Oh yeah.
So that-
This guy is so full of energy. I mean,
Is he
So-
ADHD or something like that?
he's beyond that. I mean, just it's like a squirrel on crack. He's got that much energy.
Oh, what's the name of that squirrel on Ice Age? Like,
Scrat?
yeah, I think he's Scrat.
No. More energy than that. It's like, you ever watch what was it? Hoodwinked?
I've only seen bits and pieces. I've never seen the entire thing.
Well, the squirrel on there, I don't drink coffee. It makes me hyper. They give him coffee.
Check out what Wyatt said. He is what my dad would be called, when he says Marines are dumb or stupid, that which is means he's a smart Marine, which is an oxymoron.
It really is, because being in the Marine Corps, you need to be up there and witty and smart.
But the thing is, when you know that you could be stupid because your mentality is supposed to be a certain way without.
I think that came from before and during World War II, is where they sent a lot of the Marine Corps. That's where they probably sent them, and that's probably why they got that.
My dad was born in 1942, so it was just after that. So, but he got out because he just, he wasn't a lifer.
No, my dad was Marine Corps, and radio operator. I said everybody there had to be smart.
So we're both children of Marines, you and I.
Yep. Mhm.
And Jenny, of course. I didn't want to disclose you, but it was the conversation between him and I. But I didn't realize your dad was one.
Yeah, radio man, Vietnam.
My dad was back in the Cuban Missile Crisis era, 1963. And By the way, did you see what I meant was by the comment that Wyatt put down? It says, "We need more smart people with common sense in my generation."
Yeah. Unfortunately, the age group that's going to be like Wyatt and Ian.
Ian, when he's, they think he may have a slight case of autism.
That was my best one.
Yeah.
You guys met him, so you know what he's like.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't need to be on medication at all, because when he's off medication, he is down to earth. He's calm. He's,
As long as he burns off the energy.
yeah. But the thing is, they don't have anything for him to burn the energy off with. I do. They don't. Or she doesn't. His mom. I mean. Excuse me.
Like I said, with the Marine Corps, with the crayons and everything else, I think that was.
I don't understand the crayon thing. I know it's a joke, but
that's because they're only got like first or second grade intelligence, so they got to use a crayon to write their name.
I've never heard that. No one's actually really explained it to me.
Yeah,
but I have seen people who actually came up with edible crayons.
Yes, I know. Crayons ready to eat. Yeah.
The thing is, they're supposed to be pretty good.
You got to be talking about Marines if you're talking about crayons.
Yeah.
By the way, you're the only. Your parents aren't military in any way, shape, or form, correct?
Negatory.
Your brother-in-law, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do have somebody in your family at least. What branch?
Paralegal.
What branch?
Military.
Which
No, I
branch?
think,
Army?
I don't know actually. All I know is he's military. All I know is he's a paralegal. I don't never
Well,
bother.
the paralegals in all
Force or Navy?
four branches. So,
I have no idea.
Maybe he's a dad.
what
color
color is his uniform?
Yeah, I was about ready to ask him that.
Camouflage?
No. Okay.
Dress uniform?
Fuck if I know.
The stripes on his shoulders, are they going up or down?
I have no idea because he never wears dress blues or
Does
like
he wear?
uniform
What kind of
around me.
pins does he wear on his collar?
I have no idea. Once again, he does not wear uniform around me.
Okay, one more question, then I'll stop bugging you. Do people call him sir?
Again, I have no idea because
Is
I'm very.
Well, a lot of
rarely
paralegals
around
and legal lawyer type people are officers.
him.
So
He's an
that's why they're
officer,
wondering.
but that's about it. I have no idea because like half the time I'm with him or every time I see him, he's just dressed like a normal civvy.
Okay. Next question is, do you know the name of the place where he's stationed?
Where does your sister live? In England.
Currently, they're in the process of moving, so they'll be moving to Florida
No,
soon.
where were they living?
Fucking
He doesn't
I
know. Okay. All right. That's enough of that.
Because Jetney was stationed at Lakenheath, hon?
Yep.
At Lakenheath. So we just
Yeah.
that would tell us a lot about which post, what service she's in. He's in.
Yeah.
I mean,
I suppose I can. Let me see if I can. I have an orange envelope that might have.
or you could just ask your dad or your mom. They would know.
Well, either there's going to be Air Force or Navy.
No, he could still be Army
Yeah.
because a lot of legal are Army, surprisingly enough, but there's a lot of Air Force ones too.
They're at Andrews Air Force Base.
There you go. Answers
Air
that
Force.
question.
Air Force.
Well, at least I think that was Andrews, but I don't know how long ago I had.
No,
that.
Andrews is an Air Force base.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, that was back in 2013, so I was still in the U.S.
No, that still tells us what we need to know because he wouldn't be stationed there unless he was Air Force.
Now, Molly was born on a Air Force base, but her daddy was Navy.
Because that's where the hospital was.
Yep, in mid-flight. Yeah,
Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona. Davis
My
Butler.
cousin was born at the one in Vegas.
Ships in Tucson.
I know there's no ships in Tucson.
No, that's where they were stationed before Grace, not in England. We're using it as an example where if he was stationed at Andrews Air Force Base, that means he was Air Force.
Called it.
Well,
But
yeah, great.
I have been on posts where they serve all 4 services because I was stationed at the Presidio of Monterey, and all services were there. Everyone. That's the linguist school. DC? Oh, wow. I'm not sure. Let me check.
Andrews is
It's,
DC.
Minnesota. It's Andrews Air Force Base is MD, so I believe that was
Maryland.
yeah.
Maryland. Yeah, it is Maryland. DC, basically.
DC isn't an estate.
It's
Yeah, it's a district in Canada.
you wouldn't believe what the name of the closest city to Andrews is. Friendly is the name. Maryland. Friendly, Maryland.
Boy.
What was that? Feel better?
Snot.
Oh, crap.
That was the
What?
soul of one of the foods I ate escaping out the
Oh.
front door.
No, Andrews is a joint Air Force base. So I'm trying to figure out what services are there besides Air Force.
I don't know. That was back in 2013.
Still, they were a joint one for years. So
That's almost 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago.
I know. I'm looking at the website now.
They'll be moving to wherever they're going. They're going to Florida next, and they'll be here sometime this year.
Yeah.
It's a SAC base. So it's a SAC headquarters.
Command.
I don't know why it's that important.
Oh, well, I'm Air Force.
Game. It's a
so
game.
I just research.
And Public Works.
Yeah, he doesn't tell me much, and I don't ask much because usually when you're out of work, you don't talk about work.
He
Yeah,
can't
that guy
talk
right
about
there.
work. Yeah, he can't talk about work until his last court.
Okay, there's a Navy attachment and a Marine Corps detachment there too. So
What is
yeah,
it?
multiple
Navy.
services.
Marine Corps uses the Navy lawyers.
JAGs. Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Never. I mean, I've seen the guys who are JAG, or at least worked with the JAG people before,
Mhm.
when I was stationed in California. But 2006, there was a merger was made by the.
No, yeah, I understand that it was 11 years ago, Wyatt, but yeah, none of my family was military from the start.
What year did you say they were in there? 2013.
2013.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
but
sister
it's an
married.
Air Force Navy base.
Yeah, my sister married into military family.
Yeah.
Lucky
Oh
her.
my gosh, that's cool. The Air Force Office of Special Investigations has a headquarters there. Oh, sorry, that they moved from there to Quantico. Okay, so they used to be stationed there.
Shh, we can't say Quantico.
It's Quantico.
It's quantum theory.
It never existed.
I'm hungry and I have no idea what I want to eat.
Those chips behind you.
Funny part is I actually don't have chips. I ate the
Oh,
rest
really?
of them earlier today.
You got those cheese balls still?
I do, and I've already had 2 containers full of those things today. I just bought the thing not too long ago, and it's already.
What
Yeah.
can you make? Okay, what kind of recipe would you make with cheese balls?
None, because it's just a funky taste in anything.
Gesundheit. Gesundheit.
No, what? No, it's not. Because if it was, I wouldn't be doing it.
Can you imagine what you could make with cheese balls?
Yeah, mix it with anything, you get diarrhea.
I would think it would work really well with a mac and cheese when you bake it like a crust. No?
Yeah, it's gonna taste funny. I'm telling you, it's gonna taste really weird.
What if you used Red Hot Cheetos?
Yeah,
Ooh.
you end up with diarrhea.
No, you wait for those chili tippings to get nice and red. Dry them out, grind them, and put them on there. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
See here's what I've been thinking about doing, because I still have that little bag of a hot pepper mix that I mixed that I got
Yeah.
for everybody that still got to send out. I was thinking of doing like breaded chicken with that over some like
Ooh.
rice.
Woo! Ooh.
No, I feel that powder's actually not that hot.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
But I'm thinking mix that in some flour, do a whatever for kind of like a shake and bake style for chicken. Throw that in the oven and bake it for a little bit, and then I was thinking over like maybe like a bed of rice or something. Or
I like shake and bake, by the way. I haven't had it in a while.
I miss shake and bake, honestly.
Shake and bake works great if you're, as long as you can bake something. I'm not sure if it would work well in a Dutch oven, though.
It's still
Yeah.
baking it in a Dutch oven as long as you got the coals on top and bottom.
Huh?
I said it'll work the same way in a Dutch oven that it'll work in a normal oven as long as you got coals on top and bottom.
Yeah.
Jason's got cheese puffs too.
Yeah.
So does
I don't
Molly.
have it.
Ooh, nice.
Hey, hon, when you're done in there, could you bring me a thermometer, please? It's on top of the thing there.
Thermometer. It's always fun to completely mispronounce names.
My favorite one is the speedometer.
Ah, yes, the speedometer. I've
Hey,
got
Hank.
around everywhere where I live. I always got
Love
these
you.
signs that say speed is managed by radar, and I'm like, who the heck is radar? And like, why is he watching and monitoring my speed?
O'Reilly.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Walter O'Reilly.
Yeah, not. See, that's why I want to do it on chicken, Grace. I'm just thinking one of these days I ought to do like a nice chicken and rice dinner.
Good.
I think that would, with that seasoning, I think it would be really, really nice. But I'd have to mix that probably, let's say maybe 2-3 cups of flour just so it's like not super, super strong.
Yeah, that powder's pretty strong. I watched you suffer that night.
It wasn't that bad. I think it was it was more of the fact that I was inhaling it, like the dust particles,
The air, yeah.
more than the actual taste of it. The taste is actually not that hot. You'll find that out when I get that stuff sent out this year. It's not as hot as you think it is. It's got a good kick to it. It'll make your eyes and nose water, but
I know. I got a box somewhere here for the seeds. I need to get a second box from work.
Oh, good. No temperature. I'm
I
good.
thought somebody was backing up for a second there. I was like, what the heck?
I just feel like crap.
I kind of wanted to stick a little bit of that, like just a little bit into some potatoes just to see. Because, you know what? I bet you that would go real well, like sprinkled on like scalped potatoes.
What?
That seasoning, that pepper seasoning.
You bake your potato, and then you cut it all up after it's nice and cold after the refrigerator, and like a home fries. And then you do like a little flour and that on there, like seasoned
Like
home
breading.
fries.
Could do that too. That would be some.
Jenny's got a plan for some tater tots that she's got in the freezer. We're doing something like that. I'm not sure exactly what she has planned.
Tater tot casserole.
That's a possibility too. We have the stuff for making meatloaf. We have the stuff for making tater tot casserole. We have a little bit of everything.
Ooh, no! What you do is you get one of your deep cast iron pans and you line the whole bottom of that with tater tots, and you just kind of smash them down a little bit, and then you put the meatloaf. You just pile the meatloaf, pack it down on top of it, and cook it that way.
Ooh, that sounds
Too
good.
greasy. Too greasy.
Hey, it still probably tastes good.
No, frozen tater tots usually don't have that much grease when you bake them. When you deep fry
No.
them, yes.
No, I'm talking about from the hamburger.
Oh no, that to me that just sounds like it would like be the perfect mix of having all of that like potatoes and the juices mixed together.
Be well, Wyatt. Have a good day at practice.
Later, Wyatt. Have a good one.
Later.
Be well. Don't
Take care
shoot
of that
no
foot.
one. Don't shoot no one.
Don't pull. What was it? Nat from 10 Things That I Hate About You. We shot her gym teacher in the butt. Her sister did. Did you see
Or
that?
don't pull a me when like 4 people are shooting on the archery range and you just start walking down because you have no fear getting shot with an arrow. And then you get yelled at by this guy who's like, hey, hey, hey. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But if I was afraid of it, I wouldn't do it.
No, we just don't want to kill you. We don't want to be responsible for that.
Y'all see me
Okay.
get burned. I have like
Oh.
no evidence of being burned. So yeah, an
Cliff,
arrow, not going to stop
I
me.
have been shot by an arrow.
So my sister stuck me in the arm with a freaking dart one time.
You know what saved me? This.
Slowed
hit my
down the
quiver.
velocity.
Because I wear a back quiver. It's the reason it saved me from getting hit. Hurt worse than I did.
My sister got me in the arm one time, the back of the arm when I was in Europe, where we were playing darts in the living room or I don't know, I don't really know what to call it. Like I guess like a family gathering room, but big ass empty room. This thing's probably 16 by 25 feet.
Hey,
Something
hon,
like
did you? Sorry, I got to
Room.
do something. Yell something to Jenny real quick.
And she stuck me right in the back of the arm with a dart. And the funny thing is, I didn't even freak out, and the dart was dull. It wasn't a pointed one; it was like rounded.
Oh,
And she
those are
got
the
me with
worst.
that sucker right
Actually,
in the back of the arm, and I literally just grabbed it and I just pulled it out and I said, "That hurt," and I just kept going. I didn't even get a Band-Aid on. I think I stuck my finger on the hole for a few minutes, and then I just pulled it off and then it just stopped bleeding.
oh yeah, I think that would be good with the tater tots, Grace.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, she's talking about the whole meatloaf on top of tater tots.
Yeah, but she's using a lean beef, not what we got. We got like a 73%.
Ooh, no, I hate the 73-20, the 73-27 or whatever. If
It's
you
the
can
reason
find
we
a
got that because it's the cheapest
four.
one we can afford.
And, I would cook the hamburger first and taco seasoning. And then I would
The tater tots on top.
put the tater tot. No, put them on the bottom with some cheese and some other stuff. And then
I
bake it.
can't do that. It'd give me heartburn. I mean, I like tacos, but it doesn't like me. But that's you're talking about basically making a taco meatloaf.
Almost.
Now, if you did a combination of taco shells, crushed taco shells at the bottom, or as a crust on top, maybe that might be an interesting concept.
Now you put the meat on there. Some grilled onions, some other stuff on there. Then you have all the cheese just melted all together.
I'm not a fan of grilled onions. I love onion rings, but the onion rings don't like me. I get heartburn easy nowadays.
Over the years of actually working at a pizza restaurant, I've actually acquired the taste of onions. I still cannot stand the taste of like the texture of bell peppers, no matter how I've had them. There's something just. Ugh.
You don't like green peppers, huh?
Which here's the funny thing, because essentially the texture of this is the exact same thing as the texture of a bell pepper. There is something about this texture of these peppers that I do not like. I force myself to eat them, but I'm like a step or two away from the verge of hurling all of my internal components outwards in a forced projectile manner.
I'm sorry to hear that. I generally don't eat a lot of pepper. I put a little of the green bell peppers in my chili, chopped, not big chunks or anything like that. They have to be finely chopped, but that's it.
I love my bell peppers on my pizza.
You like peppers in general?
Yeah, I do. Well, I grew up eating.
I like light peppers on stuff. I don't like a lot of heavy peppers. But then again, I'm a wuss when it comes to hot peppers. I just can't handle the spicy.
Ooh, apparently sunflowers are suspended.
It's something I still have to
Freaking leg.
about.
Yeah. Jason, I picked up these today.
Are those the giant ones? The mammoth ones, yeah.
Mammoth.
These
Yeah.
are the Russian mammoths.
Oh, are you going to actually roast the seeds or no?
If I can get a head that's actually more than 4 inches wide and actually produces, yeah, I'll see what I can do.
I
try
do
to see.
like the shelled sunflower kernels because I use them to replace nuts in my homemade trail mix. They work just as good.
Oh, yep. I figured as much. They did glue that sector down.
How many did you get in there?
It's 9.75 grams, so I'd say probably about 40 or 50.
Does it say a count in the back somewhere?
No, there's no count. They just sell them by the weight.
Grace thinks their green bell peppers are nasty too.
Yeah, I can't tolerate I just don't like the texture of bell peppers. Like even the peppers here that I have on this plate, which you guys can't see because it just looks like cheese. But yeah, I don't know. Like when we went to the meetup and I had those peppers, those technically were dry. But at the same time, those don't even wet. Those aren't going to have the same texture as a standard pepper. They're going to have they're going to have more of a texture like the berries or tomato.
Are red ones usually sweet? I've heard they're sweet peppers.
Yeah, they're sweeter, more sugar.
Okay.
Yeah.
I probably could handle the red peppers, and I tolerate the green peppers because of it just does have just enough kick. But I got to have them finely chopped, like I said.
Yeah, what a lot of people don't understand is the red and green peppers come off the same plant.
I know. It goes for green.
For the non-gardeners,
orange,
the
and
red
red.
and green, yeah. For those that are not gardeners, red and green come off the same plant. It's just the green ones start off first, and they start green. Like even from after the flower bud, you see them as they grow. They start green. Well, the longer you leave them on there, that's when they start turning red.
That means they get sweeter as they get older.
Yes.
So do I.
We know that, Molly.
And then the only difference is the yellow ones. The yellow ones is a different. It's still a bell pepper, but it's a different it's like a different variety.
I've heard of banana peppers, but I'm not sure what those are.
Oh, those are awesome.
Banana
No.
peppers,
What
same
are
thing.
they? Are they spicy or not?
Oh, they're spicy.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I don't want those.
Yeah, don't eat one.
Okay. I will definitely not eat one. Thank you.
Banana pepper is similar to like a serrano pepper.
Yeah.
About well, I mean, like the way the way the pepper grows, it's about the same, but the yellow hot one or the banana peppers, they're a little longer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like in between a Tabasco and a Serrano. It's the
I'm
only way
a
I can
Tabasco fan, so though I know people in the service that would just could down the little bottles of Tabasco when they used to have the little teeny glass bottles of Tabasco.
Oh, those little pepper will zap you too.
I know a guy who just chug that stuff. Me, I don't know.
Pregnant.
Yeah, that's all they really are, Grace. Is it's just like the longer you leave it on there, the more it ripens. But it doesn't. To be honest, it really won't matter. Say if you were to harvest the seeds from both either a green bell pepper or a red pepper, because it's the plants, the stems. Like I don't know. I guess the stem cells, whatever you want to
They're similar.
The DNA matrix for it, it's exactly the same. It's just literally how long you leave the thing on. It's the same thing with jalapenos. A jalapeno will start off green, and then they turn red.
Yes, and I love them when they're red.
How do you deal with the heat? I mean, honestly, I literally get
jalapeno red does not necessarily mean hotter.
No.
No, I mean, how do you stand hot peppers? I mean, I've tried, and I cannot deal with them.
People cannot deal
I feel like I'm dying just hours after I'm done eating just a little bit of one.
Well, you know how like people can't eat the lemons or limes.
Like Jenny can't do citrus right now.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing. You know, people that just can't handle that sourness. Some people just can't handle the heat.
I can't.
Yeah, my brother-in-law can't.
But I like pepper, a good. What's he? The chili pepper. For you, I put in my chili, but that's it. I can't put any more in that.
Those are mild, extremely mild.
Exactly. It's flavorful, not hot.
I want to say what Colin eats is what they eat in New York for salsa.
Oh yeah. You blame me all you want.
I'm not blaming you. That's what I'm saying. Is like
I'm one of those guys who gets their salsa from New York City.
I was gonna say paste picante sauce, and he gets the like mild paste picante sauce.
Actually, the one I get was the medium at chunky one at True Value.
Yeah, so basically, Jason, he white boy chili.
I mean, Great Value. Sorry, the Great Value brand.
Sorry, spicy ketchup.
They used to have a good salsa ketchup way back in the day, but I don't know what happened to that.
Yeah, they got rid of it because that stuff tasted like butt.
You know what surprised me the most? So I like that Tabasco sriracha.
Never been a fan of sriracha, but
Yeah, they just do the Tabasco in that style of making it.
okay.
Sriracha pepper is a style on what they process it for,
I'm gonna check something.
but it's still a sriracha pepper out
There
of
you go.
Mexico. That's what I found out.
Is Jenny passed out over there or what?
No, she went to bed already.
No, did she?
Yeah.
I'm still surprised this guy's up. It's already 3 hours, almost 20
I
minutes.
slept all day because I couldn't get out of my freaking driveway. I didn't go to work. There's no way.
Well, I'm going to bed in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say you go into about the,
Bottom of the
middle
hour.
of the hour.
Yeah, bottom of the hour.
Now,
Bottom of the hour, we'll do a crazy Ivan to the right.
right now, I just with what happened with the truck and Jenny's the minivan and everything. It's going to be an interesting. It's going to be interesting going forward. Let's just leave it at that. Hopefully, we
That
can.
means no more going to garage sales or yard
No,
sales.
no. That has nothing to do with it. It's not. The main problem we had is the fact is that getting the gentleman who's going to work on our vehicle have time to work around his schedule. We actually had the money several times for the parts and stuff. We just had to, wait for him. And every time he got it set up, something would come up on his side, and we couldn't do it. And we had to use the money for other things, like bills. I haven't actually been to a yard sale in a while. The last thing we actually picked up was a curb fine from Jenny and Ian.
Was the baker's rack, was not?
Yep. And the fact is, it looks like it's got all of our food on there, organized and everything. So we're using it like a little pantry. So that's working out really well. We actually got her air fryer on there, and we got the George Foreman on there too. We just need to. It's missing the two bottom boards for the shelves, but we're thinking about picking up some wood boards, for really thin wood boards from Menards or something.
Useless.
Yeah, we're finally using our Instapot.
We don't
I'm
have.
I'm starting to like that.
Yeah, I don't know how these are supposed to be mammoth seeds. Look at this stuff. This is like.
Well,
They're awfully small.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a grower, not a shower.
Well, no, like I said, even the ones I got before last year, the seeds were not very big.
That's the biggest seed I got off of here.
But it might be different when once it starts growing, though.
So yeah, you can see I've got a ton of seeds.
Yeah.
I've probably got about 100 seeds easy, but some of these are like.
Yeah, I figured
telling
you
me
would have
that
like
something
20 or
small
30 of
can
them.
grow into a 1 foot plant? Ain't no way in hell. Hang on, one of them actually a couple of them actually broke open. I don't know. We'll see. I'll plant some of these and see what happens. I might get lucky and I might not get lucky.
If you do, awesome. If you don't, sorry.
Yeah, the funny thing is I've gotten bigger sunflower seeds off of some of the plants that I grew last year that were like the years before that were volunteers from the bird feeder. Oh, there's actually still one in there. Yeah, they did glue that sector. So yeah, probably about 100 seeds, give or take. But I don't know. We'll see what the
yield is off of them.
Yeah, we'll see what they do for me. Because I'm gonna be probably next month. I'm gonna start doing my seed starts.
Oh crap!
Not in here, please. Draw us flies and little kids with spoons.
we have another storm warning coming up. A watch, an actual watch, and they're expecting another 5 to 10 inches.
No. See, this is mammoth sunflower seeds.
I can't see them. Back your hand up. There you go.
Yeah, see, those are way bigger. See, I've got the same like style of seeds that I grew off a volunteer plant, and I don't even
Yeah.
remember what the heck that thing was.
Okay, I've heard of pawpaw fruit and everything, Grace, but I don't know much about them.
It's a cactus fruit.
No, what do you do with them?
You skin them and then you eat them. You can make
Do
juices.
you eat the seeds or the plant?
No, it's basically what it is it's like a little red fruit. Kind of looks like a radish
Okay.
with thorns on it. You basically skin it, and then you can cook it, and you can make jellies, jams, whatever you want.
Like I said, I've heard about it. I don't know much. Like I said, I didn't know what they do with them other than, finding them
It's just
out
a
in the wild.
fruit.
There's a guy on here on YouTube. His name is Fox as well. I can't remember his the name of his channel right off the top of my head, but he's from
Cliff.
Texas, I think.
Are you able to get some prickly pear cactus seeds?
I might be able to. We do have a lot of cactuses around here.
Yeah.
I might be able to get one of the fruits that may or may not. Let me just verify, make sure I'm actually thinking of the right cactus.
Yeah. The little red ones, the prickly pear fruit.
Oh yeah, no, dude. There's a guy at the end of the street. He's got like half his fence lines covered with these freaking cactuses.
I was thinking about growing some so I can have some prickly pear.
If I can get this, if I can, because nobody ever touches those things, and I highly doubt he's going to give a crap if I walk over there and picks them up off the ground.
Yeah. All you need is your little torch and some tongs.
No, I can just pick them up, stick them in a box, and then take them here and toast them over a fire or whatnot, and send you the damn fruit.
No, I don't want the fruit. I just want the seeds. They'll be cheaper to ship.
That won't matter if I ship you a whole box of stuff. It ain't going to matter anyway.
Well, the lighter, the better.
Junkyard Fox is his name.
Yeah, okay, I know Junkyard Fox. I've run across his channel a few times.
He's actually did a small mini movie with about all his skills. It's actually pretty cool. Showcasing the different skills that he has, and his buddy makes all the music for the show for his channel and everything else. And he's got some good desert survival stuff that I watch. I don't know how far he is from. I know he's in Texas though, I believe.
I was gonna say, Jason, if you really want me to, I can just send you a freaking whole like cactus leaf.
I could probably try that.
Because I mean, it's a cactus. You stick the sucker under. You stick it under like 2 inches of dirt and water, and the next thing you know, you got cactus.
Yeah, like I said, Don, I got enough sand here.
It's a succulent, man. Those things can stay dry for months.
Yeah, just keep it in the greenhouse. It'll be fine.
Oh, it'll probably thrive in the greenhouse.
Well, I have to because if I have it outside the greenhouse, it'll rain too much on it.
Yeah, ours did. I had to actually take a picture of the one at the end of my street. That's probably like a 15, 20-foot patch, and these things go like 4 feet up the fence.
Yeah, that's about right.
Huge patch of these things.
That's the middle miniseries that he did about the survival. That it's like a movie.
Yeah, ask him for a couple of small little rounds.
No, I never even talked to I don't talk to them. They live on the other end of the street. But I highly doubt they're going to care if I walk over there and grab a couple of the fruits off the top of them in the summer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good to know, Grace. I didn't realize they tasted like banana.
Yeah, I just need a little 3-4 inch little medallion size.
Is pawpaw fruit full of like potassium like bananas or no?
I've never had one.
I was going to say it probably tastes like a banana, but it's probably more on the woodsy, grassy sector than anything else, I would say.
I wouldn't know. That's why I was asking.
And neither do I. I've never really eaten them.
I've heard people talk about them a lot, but I don't know much about them. That's the reason why.
Go down here.
If her husband can grow them, that'd be awesome to see what she could do with them.
Yeah, I just want to make, at least one pot where I can have some cacti, and I can have like several prickly pear when it comes time.
No, technically you just need one fruit, and that thing's probably got 200 or 300 seeds in it.
Yeah.
Once you get the skin off, you just mash it, let it soak in water, and then you sift it through a really fine strainer, because they're not going to be big seeds. They're going to be small.
Oh, yeah, that's why I figured I'd put on a piece of wax paper, give it a good mush, and then just put it on there, pull the paper off, and let it go.
Yeah, dry it out and see what you got.
There's this.
Okay, I got a question for you guys. I know that Jason's got one. How do you do an intro thing to your channel?
You just put it together.
How?
Probably through editor.
I have no idea how to even begin to do that. I mean, I've seen a lot of people who have one. I mean, Rob does. Cornfed has one. You have one, and a couple other people do. Cliff doesn't, but I don't either. But I just thought it would be kind of cool to have one to see if that might help.
Yeah, you just edit it, put it together, and you put it into Welcome My Channel.
How do you choose to what you want to put up? Or
by watching it and picking and choosing and editing it?
No. I mean, what topics do you put into your intro, though, is what I'm saying. How do you choose? I mean, I've got so many different interests. It's kind of hard. I mean, I've got some hard ones that I do, my backpacking, my archery, and my thrifting.
You just take little clips, put them all into it together, and just put a little bit of music. You can do it that way, or you can just do a voice
You take pictures of them.
who you are
Wow.
Okay.
as a video take.
I've never done anything like that, so I just wondered how you guys do it. So I've never been good at editing. That's the reason why I'm asking. So I'm just trying to figure out how that would be done.
Well, you have a Android, right?
Yep.
Okay, pick up your Android phone. You're gonna go to your photos. Go to your photos.
Give me a second. Okay.
Okay, now once you have that open, you're gonna look for what's it called? Let me open up mine. You're gonna go to library or not? Yeah, library.
Give me a second here.
Library.
I got some work-related photos that I had to get rid of.
Oh yeah, I got to remember I still got to delete all my stuff in here from 2023.
Well, like I said, if you go to your photos, that's on your cloud,
Right.
not your gallery. Okay, then let me know when you're there.
I mean,
Okay, now you want to go to utilities. Push utilities.
Everything so far.
okay.
Scroll up until you see. Was it
Highlight video.
no, you're gonna look for some new photos. Where is it at?
I got animation, cinematic photo, collage, highlight video. Then it talks about moving to photos to archive, free up space, import photos, manage photo frames, and lock.
Did you get rid of the movie maker part?
I don't have a movie maker.
Highlight videos.
I'm checking collage to see if the
Problem is, I got this new phone. It's got all the new stuff on it. Cinematic photos. I know my tablet has it.
I can create a collage with up to 6 photos, but that's about it.
Yeah. Sharing. What is animation? Animation is going to be animation, cinematic photos. I think they got rid of it
Okay.
because a lot of my first videos was through that. Okay. Try this one here. Go to your window at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen on your laptop.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna go there.
Okay. What am I doing?
Okay, you click it once, and you're gonna scroll down to like Movie Maker or something like that.
Oh, okay. Give me a second here.
Messaging.
Mine's a little different because it's an HP, so I have no idea.
Mine's HP as well.
Okay. I've got a lot of apps, but I'm not sure if I have the one you're
Video editor.
Oh, let me do a search for that one.
Yeah, you just click the button on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. You're gonna scroll down to that. So it'll have all the little apps on there. You're gonna see video editor under V. This should be on alphabetical order.
I've got two things that popped up. One says Clip Champ, which I got down for somebody.
That's what I use.
And then the other one is Photos Legacy, whatever that is.
Yeah, photos I can see. Go with the chip jump.
Okay, give me a second here. We have to start all over again.
Yeah. Now, a lot of your videos that can be taken with your phone, you're going to have to take it off of your photos. Okay, not your gallery.
Oh,
but
I get them uploaded regularly to the cloud.
Yeah.
So.
Now, when it's on the cloud, you're going to have to get it and you have to download it, and it'll go straight to your memory for like videos and photos.
Right.
Once you download it, hold that screen open, and you can open up your chip jump, and you can say yes. Go to your movie making. Okay. And then you
can download ClimpChamp again because I deleted it.
Yeah, no, you need that one because you need the chip jump. And what you're gonna do is every time you download, you're gonna have to put a code on there so that you can identify it.
What do you mean code?
Okay, it's gonna give you a file. What name you want to put the file?
Quick question. Could we table this one for a later time? Because we're on your live, and we could do that at a later time when we have more time to do so. Because I'm still trying to figure things out. So give me some more. And right now I am not feeling 100% at the moment. So we'll discuss it at a later time.
Yeah, it's not hard.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Oh. So, can you make alcohol from pawpaws if they first start fermenting?
You can make an alcohol out of anything. You can ferment. You can probably make
Anything
alcohol
with
out
sugar.
of seeds.
Anything with sugar.
You said it starts fermenting in 48 hours. That's pretty quick. Pawpaw juice?
Pawpaw juice. You can make fruit leather.
Well, I've had fruit leather before, but I'm usually with apricots or something like that. Not apples, though, surprisingly enough.
Hey, guys, it's the bottom of the hour.
Yep.
We're going to go ahead and say good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Please be safe with this Arctic blast.
Be well, be safe. Love you all.
Be
Thank you guys for your kind words and encouragement and all that stuff. Really
And be
appreciate it.
smart and stay aware of your surroundings when you're outdoors in this Arctic blast.
I just do that right outside my door.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't know about no Arctic blast, but
I get Arctic blasts right now.
Yeah.
So
Anyways,
it is now a balmy 28 degrees.
with that, everybody, have a wonderful evening. Please stay safe.